Good evening, members of Spiritual Cryptid Encounters. How's everybody doing tonight? For those tuning in on our stream, Facebook, YouTube, Rumble, and for those who follow my server TikToks under HCSA95. I'm your host here tonight for Spiritual Cryptid Encounters Open Mic Night, where the viewers can come on and speak whatever they want to talk about. On this live that we're doing tonight is Open Mic Night. It's for the members of Spiritual Cryptid Encounters. If you want to come up and speak any encounters or anything of that nature, you're more than welcome to jump on. I dropped the link already. Let me share out this feed. Hope everybody's having a wonderful evening. I was debating what time I was going to start it, and I started doing something else, and I waited. I said, okay, well, let me do one at around 12:30, see who's up late at night tonight. You know, whether we do an hour one, hour and a half, whatever the case. You know, I had some early morning appointments. I knocked them out, got them out of the way. I rested up, so I'm kind of rested right now. So here we go. Let me share out this to the groups that allow me to share out. Here we are. I'll share it out. Who do we got here? See, we got Andres Carizales in the house. I don't understand what you're talking about, brother. About no issues. Went to 2 appointments at the VA. Well, I did two things, knocked out two things at once. An appointment that I had, and I did an INR that I got to do at the end of each month. See which is a better light in here, something that's not going to blind me. There we go. That's pretty good right there. How you doing, Beyond the Box? We got Katie. How you doing, Sister Katie? I just wanted to see who's up right now. You know, yeah, everything turned out okay. My INR was kind of low for the blood thinners that I'm on. I've been taking the shot that I've been taking that they gave me, told me to take, and I guess I don't eat like I normally eat, like I used to eat. So I guess everything's affecting the INR. But we'll see. They wanted to add more warfarin to me, and I said no. I said I'll wait for another month, see what the reading is then, and if it's low, then we'll adjust. That's the last thing I want, is for them to give me too much warfarin and start bleeding all over the place. How you doing, Miss Tessa Marie? How you doing tonight? Hope you're doing great. Tonight is open mic night. Whatever topic you want to talk about, we can talk about it. I did find something. I went to Killeen today, My wife was looking for a certain, I guess, button. I guess they lost a button for what do you call it? ROTC Air Force, and we want to go to Killeen to look. And I found something. Remember, I told you that there was a Unicrest that had to do with 132 armor, which was the first unit I got here in Killeen in the Cav was 132 armor. Then they changed it to 212 Cav, and I told her how Axl Rose from Guns N' Roses, because he used to be a tanker, and he's got the Unicrest on his shoulder. So I'm gonna share the Unicrest that I'm talking about. There you go. There it is. Let me get that closer right there. Here's a Unicrest. Here's I was in the Cav. This is the Unicrest. It's a track. And it says victory or death. And then it changed to the 212 Cav, which is that one with the cactus. So I was able to find the Unicrest. The Unicrest looked a little bit different back in the day, but I just found that one. The other one had like yellow, like dark, like yellow, and then it had like a bright yellow, and then had the red track mark around. But it's the same thing. It's just a different kind of Unicrest. So I added it to my collection of units I was with. That one I had been missing it, but I was able to find it at I guess Army surplus down Rancier. Okay, here we go. So how's everybody doing tonight? I hope everybody's doing great. Everybody's doing great and in high spirits. Oh, that's awesome, Miss Tessa Marie. Where are you moving to? But yeah, tonight is open mic night. Y'all can jump. We had some pretty good topics last night. I mean, I guess we could talk about whatever, you know. We could talk about things of the present, things that I see that are around. Something strange happened to me today. Matter of fact, yeah. Well, me as a tanker, we're the first ones to go to the front lines. If there's a ground war, we're the first to go. Well, that's a motto for the Cav, first to go. And I was in the Cav. I was in the Cav for all that time. I was in Fort Hood, right across the first Cav division. You got the tankers. Then you got the tankers infantry right across the first Cav division. In Fort Hood. You got 212 Cav. Then you got 15. I think 18. Yeah, 15, 18 Cav. How you doing, Sister Brenda?
I'm doing okay. How'd things go at your appointments today?
Everything went pretty good. Just my levels were low on the blood thinner.
Ah,
It was still over two, but it was like a low two, like 2-1. You
yeah.
know how last time it was real high, like three something. This time it was low. They asked me if I'm doing anything different, and I told them no, I'm still taking them the same way as before. But the only thing different is that they upped my Ozempic to 5. So maybe that's the difference.
Well, if you're losing any weight, that may speed up things a little bit too. So maybe your blood will run a little bit faster, and maybe that's what's doing it. I don't know,
But
but
it made it, my blood is thick right now.
yeah, like
That's
mine.
what it is.
Hey, mine does that.
I was in the military 10 years. Yeah, I was in Germany. I was with 135 Armor, which is I got the logo here. It's Armadillo.
The
Let me show
armadillo.
it to you. Uh, that Armadillo logo there. See,
Yep.
there's the Armadillo. This is the medal from serving out there the Battle Medina Ridge. That was
And I
my
and I know
my
that first
yeah
cab pin
yeah.
very well.
So I spent a lot of years in the cab.
Yeah.
It's like I got stuck in limbo there because every time I got orders to go to Korea. They deleted them. Then I got orders to go to.
Well, you were under General B.B. Bell. Should have been in there when you were there.
That sounds familiar.
That's my uncle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was. Let me put this down some. So yeah. But one of them they deleted them because they said they didn't have enough soldiers. I had gotten orders to go back to Germany, so they deleted those. And then I got orders to go to Korea, and when I got the orders to go to Korea, I had barely bought a house.
No.
That house, and I talked to the colonel, and the colonel said, "I'll take care of it," you know. So I don't know what he did, but my orders got canceled, and then next thing you know, they come and take the colonel away, saying he did something illegal or something. They came in the shopper and took him away.
Oh my God.
I, I don't know what he did or what, but all I know, my orders were canceled.
Whoops.
So I don't know what he did, but I saw I stayed in Texas. But maybe I
Oh,
should have gone to those other locations. Just yeah, maybe I should have gone on those rotations and just gone with the flow of things. Maybe I
yeah.
would have climbed the ranks and just stay in a certain location. But the first time, I did want to go back to Germany, but they deleted my orders. And then I barely bought a house, and then it's like the month after I bought a house. Is it? So you're up for orders to go to Korea. And it's, what the hell? How this can happen? I barely bought a house, but when you're in the military, you can't get used to just because you're part of the military, so you got to go where they tell you.
A lot of people, though, when they get stationed in Fort Hood, that's one thing I heard a lot of people complain about. Once they get in Fort Hood never lets them go. Like they stay there a lot. My ex husband, when we came here, we had the option to go to Washington instead of here, but he chose here. And everybody was telling him, well, once you're here, you don't have to worry about going anywhere else because you get stuck here. And
Yeah,
he did the whole entire time he was in. He stayed in Fort Hood.
the armadillo represents armor.
Yeah.
That's what's the armor, and there is armadillos in Texas. There was one armadillo that was doing holes in my yard, and I had a BB gun or whatever, and I caught it and I shot it. Killed it.
Yeah.
I
Sometimes
killed
you
the
gotta be
armadillo.
careful with those. Those can be kind of mean.
Yeah, I killed it, right? So I killed the armadillo, and I felt bad, but I had holes all over my carpet yard where it was
Yeah.
burrowing and doing holes. So I killed it. I threw it in the backyard, tossed it or whatever. Next thing you know, one evening I go outside and I see three armadillos looking at me. There's one in the center. They were in formation. There's one to the far right, one in the center of my backyard, and then one to the left, and they're all looking at me.
They came for revenge. They're like, we're gonna
Yeah,
till
so
your whole
I'm there and
yard.
I'm looking. It's like, what the hell is this? We got armor, you know. There's armadillos. They're looking at me. So I'm looking at the armadillos, and they're looking at me. And then they come at me, all of them charging at me. They're pissed off, and they're coming at me. I guess because I don't know if they were the children of the maybe it might have been a female armadillo. I don't know, but they came at me. They
They're
charged me.
like, you gotta feed us now.
Yeah, they wanted vengeance, I guess you could say.
And they were gonna get together, and all three of them were just gonna till your whole entire backyard. You could have planted corn back there by the time they were done. You can scare them off pretty easy a lot of times, but if they like your soil and they feel safe, they felt safe in your yard because they were like, well, we're just gonna burrow and go to sleep here because that's what they do. They will kick rabbits out of their own burrow and go down into it and go to sleep.
So
That's what they
since
do.
since I told you the formation that they had, they were like 10-meter intervals. They were like in a line formation, kind of like a tank.
Yeah.
And they were looking at me, and they all charged me from their different locations, coming straight at me. So since I got literally they try to attack me. Can I call them the? Since we're cryptids and the name anything nowadays. Can I call them the Armadillo Man?
The armadillo ragers.
Oh, this armadillos have armor. Well, of course, armadillos have armor. That's their protection.
Yeah, they get hit by a
So
car and
yeah,
they
I'm
roll up
gonna
in a
call.
ball.
I'm gonna say right now, and you hear it here in Spiritual and Cryptid Encounters. The, not the, How about the Armadillo tribe?
There
Because
you
there was
go.
three of them.
There you go. That works. Armadillo tribe.
The Armadillo tribe from Central Texas.
Yeah, there was somebody who was driving down the road and they hit something and blew their tire. And they got out and looked, and that's what it was. It was an armadillo, and that thing unrolled itself and walked away. Those
Hmm.
things will mess up your car. They'll bounce underneath it and hit your oil pans and break them. And they're pretty resilient little things, I'm going to tell you. If somebody compared them to a possum, and I said, oh no. I said, possums are only mean if you corner them. That's the only way they had to fight back. But if you have food, a possum, a stray wild possum, will walk up to you and nicely take the food from your hand and will sit there in front of you and eat it. Possums are actually pretty good little creatures, and they eat like 5,000, 50,000 ticks every year. So
Wow.
they get rid of the ticks and the fleas and scorpions and different stuff like that. They'll eat them. So I have a friend that has possums in her house. They're pets. She got them when they were real little. She had them fixed, and they live in her house. They use a litter box like a cat. you know,
Since I've had all these experiences, I got another one for you.
okay.
I was pulling CQ, and it was hot inside the building. I was in Bravo 212, and I said, okay, I'm gonna go sit down in the front to get some fresh air. So I'm sitting down in the chair. Next thing you know, I hear something to my right, and all I see is a white stripe. Something black with a white stripe, and I already knew
Uh
what it
oh.
was. I said, oh
Yeah.
shit.
Uh oh.
So I stay frozen. I'm not trying to move or make him move at all, and he passes right over my feet, and it passes me up. I stay frozen until it went around the building. I'm thinking if I would have flinched a little bit,
Yeah.
it
If
would have
you
sprayed me.
spooked it, it would have sprayed you. No, you can't get diseases from them. Actually,
If
believe
you
it or
eat it,
not,
if you eat
yeah, if
it,
you eat them, you're going to get sick. But actually, believe it or not, out of all the wild animals, they don't get rabies ever, and they don't carry diseases. If one, and actually, if something bites it that has rabies, it still doesn't get rabies. Those little things are so resilient. I mean, they're like the cockroach of the wildest. Okay, they live through anything. But however, they don't have a very long lifespan. If they live up to 6 years, they're lucky. They don't have a long lifespan, so that's why they breed a lot. Um, but skunks now, they're another thing to have as a good pet if you get it young. And skunks will spray you if you spook them and you corner them. Other than that, I used to live in a house when I was in California that was off an alley, and I had the back door open, and we were carrying stuff in. We were in the kitchen signing some paperwork, and all of a sudden something caught my attention. I looked, and there's a big, fat skunk, big one, and it's just walking around sniffing everything. And I looked at everybody. I said, "Do not move. Do not scream. Do not yell. I really don't want that thing spraying in my house. Just stay still." And we just stayed still while it walked around. It looked up at us and walked back and walked right out the back door. I don't know what it was looking for, but it was just checking everything out. So I was like, okay, from now on, we got to make sure we keep the back door shut. Can't have that skunk in here. But yeah, they
So
make
in the
really good
spirit
pets.
of the cryptid community, we're going to call it the skunk man.
The skunk man.
Yeah.
Isn't that
You
kind
know,
of what don't they
they have
call
an encounter
those?
with something. They don't want to say it's a whatever creature it was, and add man to it, or
Well, what are those skunk apes? Oh, that's what they call them.
they call them skunk
The
apes.
skunk
You know,
apes.
skunk
The
skunk man.
skunk man. Yeah, I get
Uh,
it.
any encounter that any animal they want to add man or something to it, skunk ape or skunk man or whatever, you know. Yeah, luckily I didn't get
Justin
sprayed.
Justin said the Nephilim armadillo. Boy, we you know what though, we don't have as many. Even though we've got like rattlesnake, scorpions, and all those armadillos and possums. I'll tell you
Yeah,
who's
those
got
are
weird animals is
mhm.
Australia. And not only do they have weird animals, but they're huge. And everything out there is venomous. They're spiders, they're snakes, they're locusts. It's horrible. And they're huge. I was like,
You
yeah,
see,
no.
so they got a good on that one. They named two animals on there, a skunk and an ape. But I think Florida has monkeys, so they should have named skunk monkey man
Skunk monkey man.
because they got monkeys over there in
They got
Florida.
they got monkeys. They have big old iguanas in the trees that
Yeah,
when it
they
gets
got
cold,
a
they
monkey
fall
island.
down.
I think there's a
Monkey
monkey
island.
island out there where there's a bunch
No,
of monkeys.
no,
So,
I went through Florida one time with my ex-husband in the truck, and we were out there by where all the orange trees were,
hmm
and there was monkeys jumping from tree to tree. They were
hmm
just hanging out there like, they lived there. I was like, oh my god, look at those things. They're like, leave them alone, they'll bite you.
so skunk monkey or man or skunk well monkey man will make more sense, right? Because that's all there is monkeys.
Yeah,
And I don't know where they get the reptilians in Florida from. It's from those iguanas, or what are they?
the iguanas and the alligators.
Well, they got the iguanas that they said they kill them and they put them in the barbecue pit.
Yeah, they make tacos out of them.
Yeah.
I used to have an iguana as a pet. Ooh, I would slap somebody if I seen them roasting an iguana.
I seen this
No.
guy's got a show where he roasts barbecues iguanas and crocodiles, alligators. I mean, snakes. He puts them on the barbecue pit.
Well, I guess that's the
It's
way you
crazy.
have to live in the wild. Now I've had snake before. I have had alligator tail. Um, my mom always told me never turn your nose up to something if you've never tried it. So I've always lived by that. And I've tasted some really. I went one time and I had sushi, but what it was raw calamari, and
Mm.
I put that in my mouth, and the only thing I could taste and smell was like pine sol. It was gross. I was like, oh yeah, no, I don't ever want this again. No. Mm.
You got to be careful with the Koreans because they'll try to give you a certain kind of meat with some rice. You got to be careful with the meat
Yeah.
because you know what kind of meat it is.
Mm.
They'll be
True.
like, "Did you like it? Did you like it? How did the meat taste?"
Ask me that. I
It's
would have
good.
said like shit.
They're like, and then they'll be like, "Do you know what kind of meat it is? Do you want to know?" No, you don't want to know. It's like, oh man,
Yeah.
they're already telling you that when it's, oh, you don't want to know.
Yeah, it was bad. Hi, Gilbert. Yeah. Ugh.
Uh, how you doing,
It,
brother?
it was,
Gilbert?
and it was pink, right? And I'm looking at it, and my ex is telling me, "Go ahead, baby, pick it up, try it, just try it." And I grab it and I hold it up to my nose, and I'm like, I don't like the way it smells. He said, "Oh, it probably tastes better than it smells." I'm like, okay. So I put it in my mouth and it sat there for a minute, and I was like, no. And I had to spit it out. I couldn't even think about chewing on it. I was, no, yuck. It was gross. I was like, it smells like that stuff I used to clean the house, that pine salt.
I got a question. If the Bigfoot was a real flesh and blood creature or animal, should I say,
Yeah.
that lived in the wilderness like all the other animals, do you think that people would be killing it and eating it?
You know, the,
What do you
there's so
think?
much, I think because there's so much like man, I don't think people would actually do that. But then again, we have a lot of people that do eat people around here, so
They do got
I don't know.
uh, Mr. Jones, when they were cutting the heads of the monkeys and eating the brains. You remember that?
I would think if they're going to do anything, and if they kill it, they might want to take it and stuff it. Maybe take it to a taxidermist. I mean, that would be the only thing I could think. Now, if somebody finds one and it's alive and word gets out, you know our government's going to go snag it up before anybody gets a chance to even look at it twice.
I mean, they kill bear and eat bear, so why wouldn't they kill a Bigfoot and eat a Bigfoot?
Well, I don't know. All
I'm saying,
depends.
I'm
I
just
mean,
saying if it was a real
if they
creature that
would,
lived in the woods,
but if they
like
thought,
any other animal, do you think that most likely that it would be hunted down and people would eat it, right?
now I would think the meat would be too tough. And I would think that would be a gamey taste you could not get out of your mouth. And
Justice Springston said you couldn't pay me to eat a Bigfoot.
right,
That'll be a delicacy for those that like the foot fetish, the Bigfoot.
instead of pig's feet in your grocery store, you find Bigfoot feet. Yep.
And then and instead of blue mountain oysters, you got Bigfoot mountain oysters.
Oh God, no Rocky Mountain oysters here.
Yeah.
Oh no, that would be
I'm
horrible.
I'm
I
just
just,
kidding. But
I just don't. I don't
but
think.
I'm just saying, if it was real, then
Well,
most likely
that would all
they were
depend.
hunted like any other animal that's out there.
Would now thinking about it, Abe, if it's real, would you think of it as a more of a man or an animal?
Justin Spring says that most people don't eat monkey. Yes, they do.
Well,
In
there's a
other
lot of
countries, they
people
eat
that do.
monkey.
Yeah, the
They eat
in other
monkey. They
countries
eat
they
gorillas. They eat rhino. They
have
eat
you
giraffe.
have you ever heard of that movie Faces of Death? Have you ever heard of that? It's really
Yeah,
old.
yeah.
I Somebody sat me down and had me watch this one time, and I was so upset because I don't know what country it was, but they wore the long dress. The guys wore like the long dressy things, and they put this little monkey in the middle of a table, and they shut the table, and there was a hole with that the monkey's neck was in, and everybody that sat at the table, part of the ritual that they did was each person would take this real heavy thing and hit the monkey on the head until the monkey died. Then they would cut the head open and everybody would have a spoonful of monkey brain. And I was like, oh my God. I was so disturbed over that. It was disgusting. I mean, I think of some animals as if I had a farm, Abe, I would never be able to name the animals or spend any time with them other than feeding them. Because if
Well,
I had to kill them and eat them, I wouldn't be able to do it if they have a name. There's no
I'm
way.
eating a Bigfoot beef jerky. I buy it at HEB all the time.
Bigfoot be
They sell it's called Texas Bigfoot jerky. Or
yeah.
yeah,
They have that at Bucky's too, I think.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just get the picture of the face of Bigfoot on it.
Well, let's hope it's not really Bigfoot.
Man. No wonder the DDN are coming because I'll be eating the Bigfoot jerky.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Or they put a big, could you see them trying to find a table big enough to put a Bigfoot into and it's close to the table for everybody to hit it in the head? That Bigfoot would pick that table up and probably throw it across the room.
You have the Bigfoot community protesting us at the restaurants.
Yeah. Well, yeah. There will be that. Yes. Absolutely. I think that's why we
They'll be
don't have
mad
restaurants
because
like
the
that.
Bigfoots are being eaten and they're like they're humans too.
Well, you know what? I hate to say it, Abe, but some Bigfoots could possibly be smarter than a lot of people that walk around right now on this earth.
I mean, if they can communicate telepathically without saying a word,
Yeah,
that's beyond smart, right? Because they're communicating with the mind, not with
they're
words.
and that would put them at a higher elevation of vibration, and that would make them spiritually higher
And
than
there will not
most
be
people.
the Bigfoot will not be a Democrat because we already know
No, he probably
their
would not.
mentality is not that high.
I seen a Bigfoot with a red, white, and blue flag suit on. So you're correct. It would never be a Democrat. Oh my
Uh,
God, what a night! So I'm glad everything went okay at the doctor. Um, I've got to make another appointment because this little problem I'm having is not doing very good. I was kind of ill yesterday. I kind of laid around a lot yesterday.
yeah, my leg was doing better today when I went to the appointment. Uh, the the yesterday I had something happened to me where I lost balance and it felt like everything spun on me, like it flipped upside down, which I almost fell down. But luckily, I was able to catch the wall with my shoulder, and then
Yeah,
my couch was there, so I just sat down. So I don't know what happened to me, but today I'm doing better. It could possibly be because of the levels of the warfarin too. You know that they were
you're
low.
you're not getting hungry while you're taking that Ozempic, are you?
Not really, not really.
So when I was taking the Ozempic, I used to have to remind myself to eat because I would never be hungry. And I went one time a whole day without even eating, and at midnight I went, "Oh my God, did I even eat today?" And so I used to have to watch the clock and have, I'd have a little fruit for breakfast and maybe a half a sandwich for lunch because you can't really eat that much on that Ozempic either. So I always had to make sure that I had something to eat because I was taking it for my sugar and my sugar was dropping because, well, I wasn't even eating anything, but I was taking my shot once a week. So, yeah, you got to remind yourself to eat because I would definitely forget. When you don't get hungry, you just, eating is not a staple when you're not hungry. You don't even
I'm
think about
thinking
it.
that what happened is when I woke up early in the morning, I just grabbed some pills without looking, without turning the light, that I might have accidentally drank or took in two high blood pressures instead of one.
Maybe.
I,
Yeah.
I think that's what happened to me.
That's why I don't do
But I'm
my own
feeling better today.
anymore. Yeah, I did that. I used to take my pills myself, and I did that by accident. I took two of my blood pressure pills, and I already take two as it is, but I took three that day, and I, yeah, almost fell out. So I decided because I couldn't see anymore. Now that's what my caregiver does. He does my medication. He lets me know when they got to be refilled. I put in the refills, and I don't even. They come and they ask me questions. Well, what milligram of this are you taking? Well, hell, I don't even know because I don't have control of them. And they're like, okay, it's best that way. I don't see very well, so I can't really see them. So I don't. And some of my pills I take are so itty bitty. They're just tiny.
You ever been to the Texas?
No, I haven't. I've always wanted to go though.
I've seen them on TV where they're all these people and there's just guys that go into the sleeping bags with the rattlesnakes and then they come back all come out all bitten and stuff and their their hands are swollen with the I guess I don't know if they got venom or not. I'm thinking the wood.
Yeah, they probably have it there on site.
But when you go to a Texas roundup, that's all you see is rattlesnakes. They have
Yeah.
they even cook them. So I got a question. How about when people go to Bigfoot conferences? You figure they would have a skeleton of a Bigfoot or a skeletal structure of a Bigfoot or something, right?
Yeah.
How come they don't got nothing?
I don't know. I think I've seen them with quite a few pictures, maybe
But I'm talking about
pamphlets,
something that's
booklets. Yeah, I
if
know what you mean.
if rattlesnake roundup has real rattlesnakes and some of them they're cooking out, how come they don't have nothing to show for of what they claim is a Bigfoot or Sasquatch? They should have
Bigfoot.
some kind of evidence.
Bigfoot didn't get the invite. Maybe.
I mean, I'm just asking because I've been to take I've seen it on TV, the rattlesnake roundup. I've been to a Jackrabbit Fest,
Yeah.
and I think the Jackrabbit Fest was it Copper's Cove or Lampasas? In Texas, they have fest. I went to the like in Germany, they had the Strawberry Fest, but over in I think in Poteet they have the Strawberry Fest also because they have strawberry. They grow strawberries there or something.
Yeah. And
And
everything is strawberries. Justin said that he heard that ICE is really cracking down on Bigfoot. uh, could you imagine? Could you see them?
so they already had a Bigfoot in office like for about 8 years. The Bigfoot's code name was Michael,
Yeah, I know, right?
Big Mike, or
Big
they
Mike,
call it Big Mike.
Big Mike. I know somebody that used to work for them, and when they were on a plane and they were going somewhere, that person ended up saying that Big Mike used to have to go into the bathroom on the plane and shave every day before he put makeup on.
Hmm.
Yeah. So they knew, they all knew. It's like, well,
That's that's crazy. Have you did you see the thing of the lawyer that didn't do shit to him, give him 90 days in jail?
which lawyer? I might have
Was it
missed
90
that.
days or a month? 60 days. It's all over the news. Some lawyer
Oh,
from Waco.
oh, I'll have to go and look. Was that the one that? Wait, I know there was a judge that they
They
caught.
didn't do nothing to him. They didn't send him to prison. They didn't make him sign in as a pedophile or nothing.
Oh, maybe it was a lawyer because I was going to say I did hear a thing that there was a judge
It was a
that they
lawyer.
caught that had pornographic kitty porn stuff and different things like that. It was a lawyer. Okay, I might have thought it was a judge.
Well, he was from Waco or something like that.
Yeah,
Some lawyer.
Oh boy.
and they went through two different systems, and they didn't do nothing to the guy.
Mm.
Like a slap in the hand.
Was
They
he?
didn't. It would have been
Yeah.
anybody else.
Did was he with the Democratic Party?
I'm not sure who he was with, but all I know that they didn't do nothing to him, and people were pissed off.
Oh yeah. I bet Governor Abbott's phone has been going off the hook. I usually just email him. It's easier that way, and I do get response.
I just don't see how that's fair at all. Because
No.
anybody else, they'll,
Yep.
they'll throw the book at him. It shouldn't be no different.
Yeah. It shouldn't. It
It,
shouldn't
it, it
matter who
it
he
should be
is.
punishable by law the same way they punish everybody else.
Yeah.
There should be no indifference or nothing. I mean, but money talks. I guess he must have had a good lawyer, eh?
Maybe you sure
But
didn't
still,
represent himself.
it's not right.
No, it's not. It's not because it is sad that congressmen, lawyers, judges, all of them, they can get away with this stuff, and it's almost like nothing happens to them. They get a slap on the wrist, and
Or
you can
teachers.
bet that whole entire time that and they'll sacrifice some teachers now. They'll put them through a ringer, but you can bet that whole time that he's going to be in jail, he's going to be in a separate part. He's going to have air conditioning. He's probably going to have a TV. He's going to be able to have visitors, and he's not going to eat the same slop everybody else is eating. You can bet. They're not going to put him in with regular public. In no way. Now, if he said he voted for Trump, they might. But
I don't know. All I know is that they find him. I mean, he did something to a child that was like six years old, or since he was a kid. Then we went to a court system, and they said it was a lock because it was 7 to 5 or some crap. And then he went through the attorney general, and the attorney general didn't do nothing to the guy. Worked a plea deal for him to admit what he did, which he did admit, but
and
they
lose
only,
and lose his
the only
license probably.
yeah, that, and the only deal was that he he wasn't going to go to jail, just do I think 60 days of jail time. He didn't have to register himself as a sex offender.
What?
Yeah,
Wow.
in which he did something to a kid. I mean, how the hell are you not going to place yourself in that, not do nothing to the guy?
Well, I'll tell you what, he better hope like hell the general public doesn't find out where he lives because people will know he's a pedophile because they'll go spray paint that shit all over his house, his fences, everything. I mean, his his livelihood is not going to be very pleasant when people know who he is.
I'm just saying that they didn't do shit to him, man. You see, a lot of people getting busted for that, right? And they throw the book at him. How come they can't
Yep.
throw the book to this guy?
Yep.
It shouldn't be no favoritism, or no. It should be the same punishment like they do everybody else.
There was a guy here in Colleen a couple weeks ago that I seen the news on, and he sexually assaulted a 8-year old, and they caught him, and it didn't take them but a whole day to put him through his whole entire court system thing. And he got 25 years, and he won't fair weather there because in prison, people who harm children and sometimes people who harm women, they'll get killed in prison.
Hmm.
I mean, for real, it's not pretty for them.
I just don't understand how this guy. I'm thinking something's gonna happen to him. That is
Probably
gonna somebody's gonna put justice.
vigilante.
They're gonna take him out.
Yep.
They're gonna take his
Probably.
ass out. I mean, I know. I guess he didn't want to die within the system, so they're gonna take him out here. Somebody gonna take him out.
Probably. I don't doubt that at all. It happens all the time. Well, I mean, look, if the Justice Department is not going to do what they're supposed to do, well, then people are going to put out justice. And that's
Hmm.
just the way it works, you know?
Because they haven't seen the majestic one. Eh?
Yeah. And I think that by putting them in jail, all they're doing is saving their life, really, especially when it comes to kids. So, yeah. Mm-mm-mm. Andreas, where are you? I went and watched the show from the other night that I missed, and Andreas and Lerny were up here,
Yeah,
and I'm
I
watching
think
them.
Brother Scott Baker came in towards the end
Yeah,
when I was already gonna call it at night because I had to get up early. So I said, let me. I was gonna do start at 11, but I was doing something else, and I said, I seen that Brother Just Turner had already barely finished doing the live. So I
yeah,
said, because I really haven't been doing lives.
that's right, Gilbert. I mean, Sam, are you down? I'm down with you, Gilbert. I mean, Sam, let's go.
Yeah,
But yeah, and
that's
and
what
that's
happens to
true.
people. I mean,
Yeah,
that's what happens to people when they're crooked and they
yep.
think they're above the law. Uh, there you go. We got Brother Wolf here.
All right. Yeah,
I dropped the link.
I caught their show tonight because he's been off for a while too.
Yeah.
I've been off of my show and the daytime show for. We're going back Monday, but we're only going on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I think,
Mm-hmm.
because Glenn is leaving. His wife is making him take time off, so they're going to Florida for a week. They're going to go hang out at the beach for a week. So we've been off all this time, and between me dealing with this tumor and him dealing with his mom's broken arm, it's kind of been bad. So neither one of us have been on doing a show. We get messages every day.
Yeah.
People are like,
Yesterday was my 5th year wedding anniversary.
"Was it?" Well,
Yes.
congratulations. Goodness
5
me.
years. We've been together for 10 years. Me and my wife.
Oh, 10 years. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you said 50. I was
No,
sitting here
10
for a
years.
minute trying to think about that because I know how old you are. And I'm like, wait a minute. Dang it. Abe, you made me do math. But yeah, that's that's good. Did you guys go have
Yeah, and
lunch or
then
dinner?
with my blood being thick, you know, tomorrow was a funeral of my aunt. I couldn't go because my leg's been hurting real bad. So that's a long drive, and anything can happen.
Yeah.
So I got to take care of myself. Thank you, brother Wolf. But something did happen to me that was weird. I want to talk about that.
Oh, okay.
So I gone to the BA in the morning, and the first thing the person tells me after they told me to get on the scale and weigh me. By the way, I weigh like 265 pounds. That's how much I weigh, Uh, and I'm like, where, But 265 pounds. That's what it said on the scale when I got on it. There's brother Andres. And then the first thing the lady tells me is, uh, how did you get here?
But
Like, they want to know how I made it to the appointment.
you should have told her you came through a portal.
So I told her, oh, my brother brought me. That's what I told her, right? My brother brought me, which he did. Because I told him that I haven't been feeling well. And I told him that I don't feel like driving anywhere in any kind of way, shape, or form. Uh, so uh, He brought me. He took me to my appointment. Because I told him what had happened to me. I lost my balance,
Yeah.
like my everything. I lost like I was gonna pass out literally. The day before. So then that was it, and then we went right across the street to Bill's Grill. You know where Bill's Grill is?
I think I've been by it a couple times. Is it that place in Temple that's oh, I think I've seen it a few
It's
times
right
pass
across
it.
it, right across the VA. It's it's called Bill's Grill. So I was there, and it's my anniversary, and I had barely called my wife, and I told her, happy anniversary. I forgot to tell you in the morning when you left to work, because I had to get up to go to the appointment. So she was in a rush, and I was in a rush. And I was there. There was this female that was standing like right there beside me. And Bill's Grill, they got mirrors up on top. So I'm standing there because we heard her finish dating, and I'm going to pay. And the girl just looking at me, staring at me, like just I could feel like she had like a unclean spirit in her, the way she was looking at me, a possible succubus. That's what I felt. And then I didn't give her no mind or pay attention to her, but I could see her staring at me real crazy. Then though she had like a certain smile on her face, So I just paid what I had to pay, and then I got my stuff. And then my brother is like, "You seen that girl how she was acting? So I seen her staring at you real crazy, and then she was staring at me real crazy." But in my family, we just lost our aunt. And I said, "Well, you know what it is, bro. It's just those unclean spirits. They're I guess they're pissed because I know that I can't make it over there because the way what I'm going through. So the only thing I could do is pray here, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I could feel an unclean spirit in that girl or female, like it was smiling, like kind of like mocking or boasting, like guess what I am, But not that it was a female, but the unclean spirit in the female, or the negative attachment. I could see it through the mirror. It was
Yeah.
crazy, and she was just laughing, like she was like like laughing, like she had this weird look in her face and like smile, like laughing, like not laughing out loud, but like going like there was something wrong with her,
Yeah.
unclean spirit.
Justin says, to be
Justin,
fair, and
Justin
chicks.
says to be fair, Ape Chicks always checking you out,
Yeah.
right? I don't know, man. I don't pay attention to that. The only reason I knew that she was staring at me crazy is because when you're paying at Bill's Grill, there's a mirror right there that you can see
Right.
everything behind you. So when I was waiting for them to come, I could see the mirror and everything behind me, and I could see her standing like right there beside me, looking at me crazy.
I've never understood why they do that. There are several places they put a mirror right over where you pay. And one time I went up to go pay and I noticed the mirror and I looked up and I thought, God, you can see down women's tops like this. Is that why they do it? What? What? What?
I don't know. All I
That's
know is
weird.
mirrors that trap things too.
Yeah.
That's another thing. People don't know. Mirror, if somebody has negative attachments, you see it through the mirror. If you look at the mirror, you're able to see what's within the person
Yeah.
because because it's an image. So when they take a photograph of an area, and sometimes
You
what's
can.
not there is going to appear in the picture
Right.
because it's really there. Well, same kind of way
With
with
mirrors.
a person that has a negative attachment that could be standing beside you. You might not see it visually,
Yeah.
but through the mirror,
You
because,
know,
because it's like a picture, right?
yeah.
You're gonna see the unclean spirit
I have a big
within the individual.
beautiful dresser, and this dresser for on the back of it, it has a big round Gorgeous mirror. Do you know that it sits on the floor facing the wall behind my dresser? The only mirror that is in my house is in the bathroom, and that's because I cannot remove it. It's part of the medicine cabinet. I don't like mirrors in my house. To do my makeup and stuff, I use a small little mirror that gets put back into the makeup drawer when I'm done with it. I don't like mirrors in my house. They freak me out, kind of, you know? So,
I've heard some bad situations dealing with mirrors. I mean, I
yeah.
witnessed something when I was a kid. Maybe I'll talk about it in a moment. But I think Brother Josh Turner did something dealing with was it Bloody Mary earlier?
Yeah.
Yes. Very
And
interesting
that
show.
has to do with the mirrors. So what's the tale, Andres, about Bloody Mary?
Oh, it's basically where if you go into a bathroom, you shut off all the lights, and then you mutter the phrase 3 times: "Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary." Something's supposed to happen. Like some people carry like a candle to help light it up a bit, but that just adds more to like the creep, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But does a room have to be dark when they do it?
Oh yeah, they can't have like the bathroom lights on.
Right. It's got to be off. And supposedly, when I was a kid growing up, they used to say that either she will come out of the mirror and grab you, or she'll stand behind you and whisper something in your ear. And of course, me being who I am and knowing about all these, you know, being able to see and speak to these spirits, I would never do it. I was like, no, that's okay. I don't need to invoke something that I will have to deal with later. I'm good. So,
Well, not to be, since we're in the 2026. What if it's not a Bloody Mary? What if it's a Bloody Mario?
yeah. Or Bloody Margarita.
No, but Bloody Mario, instead of
Yeah,
Maria, Bloody Mary is Maria in Spanish. So
Bloody Mario.
what if
I
it's a Bloody
wonder.
Mario? Not to
I wonder if
discriminate.
it would.
We
I
don't want to
wonder.
get the rainbow community offended. What
You
can
know,
it be? A Bloody Mario?
I never heard of guys talking about doing it in the guys' bathroom. Only the girls doing it in the girls' bathroom. So I wonder if it would be different if it was a guy.
You know, another thing that we were actually talking, I was wondering about on about the Bloody Mary thing. My dumbass actually decided to try that once. Nothing happened to me. Was that it's not just the fact that you have to say the words and do the whole dark room. It also means you have to be like a certain person for it to actually work. Like,
Yeah.
stories are supposed to be women that actually see her and are actually attacked by this entity or whatever.
Well,
But do you
my
think is it the power of belief that's that's making it happen? Like if they're
well,
believing in it,
well, I will. I
when they're
will tell
saying it and they're believing in it, then it's kind of like there's something through the mirror.
the
That,
It
girls.
technically might not be Bloody Mary. It might be an unclean spirit that's
Now,
trapped.
the girls in my high school took it one step further. They did it only when it was that time of the month. There was three of
Ah,
them that would get together and go do that. And so I would think to myself, are you really wishing for something you probably shouldn't be, or are you trying to make something worse? Because why they did that, I don't know. I went to school with some pretty sick damn people, let me tell you. California was no place to go to school. I'm just saying.
but the original Bloody Mary has to do with that was it a queen or something? Wasn't it a queen
Oh,
that would kill the young children to make herself look young? This is where it
yeah.
started from. Right? That she was like a queen or something that she would get the young children and kill them, and she would fill her tub with blood so she could stay. She believed that if when, with the blood will make her look young. They're the original Bloody Mary, right?
that's one of the theories
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
I know who you're talking about. I just don't remember her name because I actually read that too. It's supposed to it was like young maidens. She was specific in that regard. As a younger.
Yeah. So she would kill kids to steal their youth because she felt that the blood would make her continue to look young.
Be right back. I gotta go grab water. I'm on mute.
So, but I do want to talk about the mirrors. Yeah, somebody said we're facing mirrors towards each other. What do you think about that, Andres? Is there a lot of AI stuff when say people are face mirrors to each other that is supposedly open up portals?
I wouldn't be surprised because that's essentially what it is, and you got to think about like mirrors are portals, and there's also one more thing. What does like the top of a lake or like a river when it's really still? What is that? A mirror.
The
And
reflection,
yes, that's what I said. It's basically a mirror, and you have
ice. How about ice?
same thing as that
If,
too.
you know, mirror. Another thing is even when it's very hot and you can see the mirage from a distance or the humidity rising from the ground up, you could see reflection off that too. Uh, like a reflection or your shadow,
Hey, well, okay. Whenever you're like outside or in public, you're basically surrounded by mirrors, whether it's like the reflection off a car or off like the paint or stuff. That's still a reflection. And some
You-
horror movies actually do that too. I've seen like a horror movie or two where they take the reflection off of like a car window or off like the body of the car, and they the monster just reaches out and grabs you.
I remember when I was a kid, we were playing ball, me and my cousin, and we broke this mirror that was in one of the rooms, and my uncle came running, and he covered the mirror real quick. He covered it up, and he told us to leave to get out of there. So he covered the mirror. He had a big crack down the center, and he told us to get out of there. Like, we was trying to find out why, and he told us to leave, and he started praying or something he was doing. So I don't know what he would use that mirror for or what, but the mirror cracked, and then certain things started happening uh, at that side of the house. One of the things that started happening was my cousin started seeing this. Believe it or not, you say you got the goat man. Well, imagine a child kid or kid as in goat. What would it be for that is like in the form of a child, but it's a goat? Would it still be considered the same?
I would think so.
Is that
But
basically
instead of a goat man, he's a goat kid. So what started happening is it would come at night and it would hit the doors and it would speak to them, and he was telling my cousins to come outside to play with them. And he got mad one day because they said no, that we're not going to go outside, and he got mad and he started hitting the walls, jumped on top of the roof of the house, and he started. You could hear like bangings on top of the roof.
Good
Uh,
God.
but I think they came throughout the portal or through that mirror that we broke. They were saying it was coming out every night. It tried to take one of my cousins. It made I guess a hole underneath the house, and it tried to pull him through the hole. So it had to be something dealing with that mirror. Do you think maybe my uncle was doing some kind of rituals or something,
I wouldn't be surprised if he left that mirror or covered up as fast as he did. I wouldn't be surprised if he had something in the mirror or involved it. Whether he was
or
using,
something trapped in the mirror? Possible, right?
yeah, it is. I actually have an experience as well with a mirror, but it was like what you were talking about earlier, that they use the mirror to see stuff, and I actually saw something with a mirror. I didn't see with my actual eyes. I only saw it through the reflection. I've told this story before. If you guys want to hear about it again.
Yeah, I don't remember hearing that.
Oh, all right. This was when I was in elementary school. I don't remember when, and this was before that before uh no the house fire that I mentioned like a few days ago. I I didn't exactly sleep a lot as a kid. I usually sometimes stayed awake even though I know for a fact I was supposed to be asleep. So I decided to like go into our living room. My eyes already adjusted to like the dark. I there wasn't any lights or anything, but there was enough light coming through like the big bay window that we had. And I decided to sit in my mother's recliner. And as I was I decided to sit in it, and I was looking around the room, and as I was looking around the room, I don't know why, but my eyes decided to just settle on the mirror there, and next thing I knew, I see what's the all right. You know how in like these videos online or horror movies where you just see like a basic outline of white. You can't tell specific features, but you can like see that the arms, legs, or if the person's wearing like some clothing. Do you guys know?
Yeah, I know
Yeah,
what you mean. I've seen them. Yeah.
that's more or less exactly what I saw. What I saw wasn't anything negative. It was actually, at least what I saw, looked to be around a girl around, I'd say, might have been around my age, which was, I'd say, I don't know, my best guess is around like 7 to possibly 12, 13 at most, in a dress that ended at her knees, and she decided to go down the hallway, and I was in shock, and I looked down right down because her recliner faced the freaking uh, hallway, and I didn't see anything there. I could not see whatever that was. I only managed to see the spirit using the mirror. I couldn't see with my actual eyes. I can only see it with the reflection. I couldn't see it. So that caught me off guard.
Yeah.
The real Rhino says something to do with opposites. A reflection shows the visible opposite as Satanism is the opposite of Christianity. They exist in the opposite, like a different realm. Basically, is what he's talking about.
Makes sense. I know that when I was younger, my mom would always put mirrors in my room, and I hated it because I would walk by mirrors and just and catch things out of the corner of my eye all the time, all the time. And it's like, no, no, no. So I finally started telling her I don't want a mirror in my room, and I don't need a mirror in my room, and she finally stopped putting them in there. So now I just don't really deal with a lot of mirrors in my house at all. I would much rather whatever is on the other side of that. I would much rather it stay there, and I don't need to know it. It can just stay. I'm not up for that.
Well, what was the name of the movie that had Mirror, Mirror on the Wall? Who's the first of them all? Was it Sleeping Beauty?
Was it Sleeping Beauty or was it
Snow White?
Snow White?
Snow White.
Possibly. Yeah.
But they
Yeah.
had a, I think the one with the, I think, I can't remember.
Pretty sure the movie's titled. I can't remember because I remember seeing a trailer for that movie. I just never actually watched it.
I think that it was. Come to think of it, I think it was Snow White. Thought for a minute there might have been Cinderella, but
It
no,
was
I
Snow
think it
White.
was
It was
Snow
say
White.
Mirror, Mirror on the Wall. Who's the first of them all?
Yeah.
Snow White. But then you had Sleeping Beauty. Also had to do. There had to do with something. But no, it was. Wasn't there Sleeping Beauty, or is it Sleeping Beauty Snow White?
What do you mean? The Sleeping Beauty. Now that was the one with the. Well, God, they both had princes, I guess. One was locked in a tower for so many
Yeah.
years, and the other one was with the doors. I don't know.
Hey, did one of them? There is a movie called Mirror Mirror that came out in 2012. Unless it has Julia Roberts in it. Is that the one you're
Is
talking?
it a horror movie?
No, it does not seem like a horror movie at all.
Huh, that's weird. I think it would be with her in it. Oh, sorry. Did I say that part out loud?
Yeah, you did.
Oh, oops.
No, it's fine. Everything here is like plus 18 or rated R. All adults here. So if you want to say horror or shit, just say it.
Oh, I know. I was just kind of down in her. Some of these people, I don't know.
Doesn't the Ouija board have like a little piece of glass on it?
Yeah, it does.
It's in
Well,
the obelisk or whatever they call that.
yeah, it's like the piece they basically the ghost decides to move around and everybody else has their hands on it.
Yeah.
Sometimes it has it, sometimes it doesn't. There was
Oh,
actually there was actually a horror movie that I know of where the characters in the movie actually use the glass thing and the obelisk thing to see the spirits. I don't remember which horror movie that was, but it's been a while.
I think I know what you're talking about. There was a little girl that was trying to see the spirit in the house. I just can't remember the name of it. I think was it Insidious?
I don't know. I didn't see that movie.
You're gonna have to be specific in terms of the Insidious. There's been a few Insidious.
Yeah, that she was using the planchette and she was able to see something there in the house. The planchette.
Huh.
I just can't remember the name of the movie.
I'm trying to remember because I did see a trailer of something like that.
Yeah, the girl does it in the trailer too.
Yeah.
So I wonder if anybody's had any encounters with like Bigfoots or dogmen coming out of mirrors, like literally using the mirrors as a portal.
I think Wolf might have like something like that on his on BTRT, but it's probably been a while. Like I like they've seen stuff in the mirrors. I'm not sure if there's been one coming out of a mirror just yet. I have to like go back and watch a few episodes and see if he does.
Oh God, I used to I used to patrol this place that had a ballroom in it, and at night all the lights would be off, and I'd have to go in there. Couldn't turn any of the lights on, and it had mirrors everywhere. Boy, that was the fastest I ever walked. Dip, dip, dip. Nobody here, and out the door. I just did not want to be in there. That place gave me the creeps.
Why?
Well, I did have an experience. Well, two experiences that I can tell you that had to do with what he was talking about. How there's two sides. You got the Christianity side and the evil side. You know, the yin and the yang. That's what he's talking about. And it happened. We had gone to a party at my aunt's house, and then the next neighbors they had invited to their party, and we were there, and we're jumping on a trampoline. This is like in the '70s, jumping on this trampoline. You know, trampolines were way different than how they look now. And we're jumping they were jumping the trampoline, and I wasn't trying to jump on it. See all the women go into this room, and they're there for a while. I guess I see my mom go there with his women, whatever. They had somebody that was supposedly sick. There was something wrong with her or something. Next thing you know, my mom comes out. They all come out of there. My mom's got this look in her face, like she's seen something weird, or something happened. And she tells me, "Don't go in there. Whatever you do, don't you or tell your brother not to go in there." And I said, "Okay, mom." And I could see that she had a certain look, like she was scared or something, right? So I'm out there playing, and then, I'm one of those kids that was, curiosity kills a cat, I guess you could say. So I'm looking at everybody jumping around. I'm looking to the house where my mom went to. So I go to that it's like a little building or a little house. And I go and I look around. The door was unlocked, and I go in there and I close the door, and I'm looking. There's a chair, and then there's mirrors everywhere. I'm talking about mirrors on the walls, mirrors on the ceiling. Like, it's just nothing but mirrors. So I'm just looking, and I was like, man, I don't see nothing wrong here. And I go sit down on the chair, and as I'm sitting on the chair, I start hearing things like somebody saying something, but I can understand what they're saying. So I'm looking, and I'm not seeing nothing. But then through the reflection of the mirror, it's like it's showing me a whole different realm where there's smoke, and there's this shadow beings coming out of the smoke, and they go into the mirror like this. They're calling me to go to them, and they're like trapped in the mirror. And it's a bunch of them, a lot of them, and they're looking at me, get me, and I freaked out. And I mean, I could see them on the walls all around me, and I could see them in the ceiling looking at me. Like there was a bunch of them.
Oh God.
So I got up, and I guess since I was a kid, maybe I might have gotten a little bit scared. And I think that's the opening they used. I don't know how many escaped from there, but I know that some of them came out because I seen them come out of the door where they went they left in the form of the smoke or the spirit, which was dark. When that happened, my brother, I think something happened to my brother where he's jumping on the trampoline, and he breaks his arm. At the same time that those unclean spirits left that room. So I didn't tell my mother nothing because I knew that if I would have, that was going to be a whooping. So when I got home, because of in Spanish it's called uh, the evil eye, right? And I got sick. I was running a fever. They couldn't find out what was the matter with me, and they one of my they brought this woman that she was like a medicine woman and all this, and they're trying to figure out what's going. They're trying to cure me from susto, which is cure me from fear. So they're there, and they grab the egg and the yolk and the water. The water is a reflection. The egg yolk has a reflection too.
All right.
So they cracked it and they put it right there beside me, and I had the fever. Then when I looked at the cup, at the glass, in the yolk and in the water, I could see a reflection of me. But I'm laughing, like it's laughing at me, like it's making fun of me. But it's me, my reflection as a kid, looking at me through the glass. What he's talking about, that there is the other side where you get a positive side and a negative side. Well, I've seen that, and I was not afraid of what I was seeing, but it was laughing at me. You know. Next, after they did what they did, I became better. But I could see where. So when you see people curing with the egg or the water, with the glass water, And what they're doing, brother and sisters, is called curando de ojo, curing of the evil eye, uh, with egg and the water and a glass of water and the yolk. They grab the egg because the egg signifies a vessel because it's got life in it, right? Supposedly got life.
Right.
So they grab that and they pray over the person that might have be ill or sick or has a negative attachment on them. They do the crosses all over their body and they pray for if there's any unclean spirit for it to go into the yolk. So after they finish praying and they crack the egg yolk and put it in the glass and they command the unclean spirit to go into the egg yolk to get out of the person, to leave the person alone. So that's what happened. The unclean spirit that was making me sick, or that I witnessed, it attached itself to me. So they descended into the egg yolk, commanded to go into the egg yolk. So that's why I was seeing me as a kid, but he was laughing at me. And another thing, pictures could do the same thing because it's
Yeah.
a reflection and image of you. I think the picture that I had of me in my little tuxedo with the pinstripes from back in the day when I was a kid, like 5 years old, uh, that picture was given. They gave it to me. I brought it from the, my sister. Somebody gave it to me. Said, "Look what we found. It's your old picture, and I put it on the wall and everything." The day that was it that day that I put it on the wall, activity started happening in my house where my son was young, like around 5, and I was laying down in my room and I could feel somebody jumping on the bed, and I thought it was my son jumping on the bed. And in the middle of the night, and I turn on the light. What are you doing, son? And I look, and my son is in his bed asleep. So I'm like, man, how is this possible? So for about a week, things like that were happening. That was one of the things that happening. Uh, the other thing was you could feel somebody jumping, and they drop an elbow on me and stuff, and I wake up like, what the hell? Turn on the
Nobody
light, my
was
son's
there.
asleep. Then one day, it happened for a whole week. I was getting tormented, or I was getting attacked as I slept spiritually. So one day I'm in the living room, and that's where I got the picture frame. I had moved it from the wall, and I put it. In a mobile home is like where you got the TV. It's like a what do you call those? It's kind of like the ones you put in the corner. Well, it was in a corner like that, and I put the picture up there. I was talking to my nephew, and next thing you know, he's falling asleep, dozing off, and I'm able to see me as a kid with a suit sitting on the little table in the living room. And when I see it, then my nephew, yeah, was dozing off. He woke up. He says, Unc, do you see that? Did you see that? And I asked him, what did you see? And he told me, I think I seen you in that suit right there. So when I got up and I want to go look at the picture, you could see something black moving in the picture on the
Oh,
face. And it didn't look like me. So whatever negative attachment was on the picture frame, it was using the picture frame image itself to manifest a form of a manifestation. So I grabbed the picture, I took it outside, and I didn't even take a picture of it. I burnt it. Burnt the picture frame.
well, yeah. You're like, get out.
It didn't
Can't
want
say
to
I
do nothing
blame
with
you.
it. And ever since that day that I did that, all the things that were happening stopped.
Hmm.
Imagine getting attacked by something that's taking your image.
Yeah.
That's crazy, ain't it? And it's not a dobro hanger, it's something that's manifesting itself to your image.
I was going to ask you about something when you were talking about that. Oh man, what was it? I'll remember in a minute.
Dealing with a mirror.
Yeah. Oh, I
Well, it
think it
was a
was
little,
about when.
and the suit had stripes. The stripes were down. It was a blue suit. It was a my baby. I had to be like 3 or 4 years old, or possibly even younger, like 2 years old. I don't know.
Well, then it couldn't have been a zoot suit. You weren't old enough.
Yeah, I wasn't old enough to wear a suit
Yeah.
like a cholo.
Yeah. Oh, when you were in that one room and all of those things were around you in the mirrors with their hands on there, um, did it did any of them try to stop you from leaving the room?
They were trapped in the mirror,
Okay.
but I think some of them escaped when I was leaving because of fear. I think some of them escaped.
And when
They
you do
sensed the
that,
fear. They sensed the fear, and they used that as an opening to attach themselves to me. You
and when you,
understand?
yeah, and when you do that thing with the water and the egg, after that's all done, does anything in the egg change? I mean, like, does the yolk change color?
Yeah, the yolk things happen with the yolk,
Okay.
but in this case, you was able to see me in the mirror without even me looking. I mean, with you were able to see me in the glass on the
Your
yolk,
reflection. Yeah.
but not me looking at it. It was in the egg yolk looking at me, laughing. And
Wow.
they were like, the curandera was like, "Ay Maria Purísima," Holy Mary, Mother of God, because you could see my reflection in the mirror. I mean, in the yolk, the looking at me, laughing at me, making fun of me, mocking me, because he took my image.
Hmm. That's interesting. I've never heard anybody do that with the water, the glass of water and the egg and
The
the egg
yolk
in it.
with the yolk, the egg
Yeah.
yolk, you put it in there. Yeah, I've done that. And in Elms Grove, I did that a couple of times. When you're feeling a certain way, you're trying to get the negative attachment. You do the crosses for protection of the person from head to toe, uh, and you're praying, for if there's any unclean spirits and witchcraft for necromancy, whatever's there causing the person to be sick, for it to go into the yolk,
Yeah.
and then you put it in the water. You can put it in holy water if you want to, but you put it in the water. It's like a form of getting rid of the unclean spirit in the person. But you don't have to do that. Really, don't have to do that. You can tie a binary rebuke in the name of Jesus Christ. I'm just saying that there's a form that some people do those works.
Huh. I read up on some of the things that people do to try to ward off evil spirits, or, you know, uh, they do things entirely different, like how they used to do in the olden days. They said they used to do like, uh, oh my goodness, exorcist, exorcist. But nowadays, I was reading this thing where they do something different. Like they use natural herbs, and they use different types of things, like in Africa and stuff like that, to try to draw out evil spirits. And I found that kind of odd, because I thought, well, if it's something that is evil and it's inside of you, your main staple should be the Father, should be Jesus, not a herb. I wouldn't think. I found it kind of odd. Huh. Andreas, you awake?
I'm awake, and Brenda, you gotta remember, we've been in the age where Jesus officially he doesn't exist. He's just myth. But you got all these historical figures like Caesar and guys like him, who supposedly there's statues of him. They
That's
exist.
true.
Jesus, Jesus doesn't. Jesus is myth.
Well,
That is,
that's because they spend time trying to just take him out of the equation.
there is even
So,
100 documents that prove that he actually does exist. They still try to deny that anyway. So
yeah.
why just resort to using earthly methods? Sure, the Father gave us everything on this earth to help us make us better, to help us in the battle in our battles, but we have to look to him first. Then, and if by some freaking unexpected reason he fails, which he never will, then we can turn to means like that. But you should go to him first.
Well, and then
Well,
I know that they use natural remedies for like flus and sickness and controlling your blood sugar and different stuff like that. But I would have never have thought anybody would try to think that that stuff can help repel a demon out of somebody, you know?
but the strange thing about Sister Brenda in that room is that this is the bigger question: how did they get in the mirrors? I'm thinking they were
Yeah.
using witchcraft, some sort of form of witchcraft to, if somebody had a negative attachment, they were sending the unclean spirit into the mirrors
What if
because
that was,
there were so many of them.
what if it was like a different, like it was us, but us in a different realm? And there was a bunch of people, like that was a city of people that wanted out.
But
I mean,
they didn't look like people. That's what I'm
oh,
trying to tell you.
okay.
They had the, you know how I see the dark shadow fields, they have those like robes.
Yes.
That's how they look, kind of like dark entities.
Oh,
And I'm thinking that they were using that room because there was a woman that was sick, and whatever was causing the ailments, that they did some kind of ritual. That's what I'm thinking,
yeah.
to get the unclean spirit that was in that person to go into the mirror. You know how we talk about spiritual warfare, how somebody tries to wish something bad towards you, but if you're protected by the Heavenly Father, what they're wishing bad to you is going to go back to them seven times fold.
Right.
So I'm thinking if it was something of that nature, for example, maybe if the woman was a witch and she had done something to somebody and it backfired, so then they had to get the seven times fold out of her and to put it in the mirror, like send it back to the through to a different dimension or portal. By the way, since we're talking about portals, I did not see no Bigfoots. I did not see no Dogmen. What I seen was these people, or not people. They were very tall figures, but they had like robes, and they had no, their like really no. Their expression was like really no expression, and their mouth was open a certain way. Their eyes were there was a regular eyes, but they were trying to come out of the mirrors, and there was a bunch of them that just started coming out. Like they were coming, like imagine it being another dimension, and there's space, and they're coming out of the darkness towards the
Yeah.
mirror, towards the light. You understand?
Yep.
Like
Wow.
they were looking at me, but they were coming. Many of them were coming. Boom. Like,
Yeah. I would have been like, nope, y'all stay here as I walked out the door. Nope, nope, nope. Yeah.
so those are the
You're,
things that I see a lot. Those same things that I'm talking about. I've seen them at hospitals. I've seen the Hat Man at the hospitals.
yeah.
Uh, and, you know, there's a lot of mirrors at the hospitals, ain't there?
Oh
The
yeah.
rooms, the windows. So yeah, I'm able to see these things that are in the hospitals, uh, flying from room to room, flying on the walls, and it's something that's with me. I'm able to see these things, but at the same time, it's a good thing because I can fight spiritually. If somebody is being afflicted by something, then I'm able to pray for them and get rid of it through prayer, of course, through Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't. Mirrors are weird. They're just too weird. I don't. They do the whole backwards thing. That freaks me out. How you're looking at yourself in the mirror, and it almost looks opposite.
Yeah, it was like a whole different dimension, and there was nothing. It was like darkness, but it was like a whole different realm. I didn't see no buildings or nothing, just darkness, like like smoke and stuff like that. They were coming up.
Did you see anything red or green, or just
No, they were just coming in and like hitting the mirror, like trying to come out of the mirror, but they couldn't. They were trying to come through, and there was a bunch of them. So that's why I left. It's like, oh hell
Yeah.
no! But when I
Mine left
left,
too.
something came out of there because I seen it come out.
Oh, you
How
think
many
that's what
escaped? I
made you?
don't know. But
And
they
you
told me to stay out, stay away. I don't know if the room even exists.
and you think that's what had made you sick?
Yeah, the unclean spirit.
well, I wouldn't be surprised if you stepped into the room and you were exposed to some kind of energy that you weren't ready for. You were still a child. You were still growing, and
True.
but if something upsets the balance, you're you're automatically gonna get either you're gonna get unwell like you did. Something's gonna upset your natural, uh, like the energy you carry around every day. Something upsets or disrupts it, and you needed the energy to be gone or vanish, or
Yeah,
like
I didn't say nothing about Bloody Mary or nothing like that.
Yeah, no.
I just know what was in there because I can see you know things of the spirit. So there was a bunch of them in there. This dark entities that were in there. They were talking a whole completely different dialect. I couldn't understand what they were saying.
Wow. I'm not sure I would have wanted to know.
Be
Um,
careful with those black obsidian mirrors, Justin, because also those are openings too. I have a picture. I can tell you what the black obsidian mirror reminds me of. Let me see. If I can find a picture. I'll let you all talk about if you want to talk any other things about mirrors. I'm just sharing my experience, and ever since then, I never seen the mirrors the same. Because there was a lot of them. I haven't ran into a mirror like that, like I ran into that day in that room where something is looking at me like that. Like so many that I could see. I was seeing literally like a whole different realm.
hmm. Yeah, I wouldn't like that. Like I said, I mean, it's bad enough when I walk around during the day, I catch things out of the corner of my eye. But when I'm doing it in the only room that I'm in, and it's not a very big one, and I see things out of the corner of my eye in that mirror, I'm not okay with that. So yeah, I don't even have them in
Uh,
my house.
the black obsidian mirrors that he's talking about, they reminds me of something that I witnessed in Elms Grove from a picture, and I'm going to share it right now.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen a
It's a portal, the black obsidian ones. I think I had showed you one that I had a little one where it's kind of like a portal, right? But I'm going to show you how it's a portal, not because it's black obsidian, but how a portal will look. It looks circular like that. So let me share this with y'all. This is an Elms Grove in the path of Elms Grove. When people are looking at the ground for footprints, I think they're looking at the wrong place because this portals could be anywhere. They could be on the ground, they could be in the sky, and they could even be in the trees.
good God Almighty, I can see that right behind you.
You see the circular portal in the back?
Yes. And
Over here to the
remember, I'm
right.
blind.
Yeah. So that's an example, and there's entities right there, right by that portal. There's one on the right,
Yep.
there's one on the left, and there's something that looks like something's coming out of the portal. So I angled the camera to where I could feel energy behind me because I could hear movement and I could sense things behind me. So when I was recording and talking to the camera, I angled it like this just to see what I was going to capture behind me because I could sense something behind me.
You know,
Luckily, I
you
was able to capture the portal. You see it right there?
yeah, and if you would have backed up anymore, whatever that is coming out would have been sitting on top of your head.
Do you see it, Andres?
That's so strange.
Anything right behind your head?
Yeah, it's a portal. The portal is not on the ground. It's like literally in the air. So
You can see the
when people,
distortion
when,
around it.
yeah, when people, there's something there on the right and something to the left. I will have to take you know what? I'm gonna take a screenshot and work on the photo.
Well, Beyond, have you had anything weird happen to you lately?
Other than growing a tumor, no, I have been sitting in my house and staying in my bed. I have been staying away from everything. I, I mean, I've been having a hard time sleeping. I would like pass out for an hour and then be wide awake and pass out for an hour again. But I did notice the other day we had, you know how they spray the skies, but when HARP is involved, how it ripples. And there was a big sheet of just nothing but rippled over the house. So when that happens, it kind of throws my senses in the garbage, and it makes me feel very um, how do I put it? Very tensed to where I'm not comfortable, so it's hard to sleep. But other than that, I've been staying in the house and we've been having all this rain too, which doesn't make it any easier because I can't take my chairs out in the rain because it'll short my batteries out. So, yeah, just my life.
Well, I had something weird happen to me. Give or take today and earlier around like I don't know 1 or 2 in the morning, and another later earlier this day around like afternoon, like 2 p.m.
Well, what happened?
Okay, do you guys know what the book of Jubilees is? It's like as part of the
Book of,
Bible.
Book of Jubilees?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, here's the weird thing about it. I prayed to the Father to help me like try to understand it, and as I was reading it a bit, I noticed that some kind of tiny black orb decided to act like it ran away from me in the book, in a sense.
Hmm.
It makes any sense. It was tiny though. It was a small one compared to some stuff I've seen, and that's the first thing that happened. The second thing was I was taking out the trash, and I don't know why, but I just got a a split second look of something that looked like it was kind of big that was on the side of the garbage can, and it freaked me out. And that's the point I jumped back of it, and then I realized there was nothing really there. But I know for a fact I saw something there because it was dark in color,
Oh,
and this was orb.
wow. See, I would have at first thought maybe it was a raccoon, but
It was not a raccoon. This was in broad daylight where I could see everything just fine. There were no clouds in the sky here in where I live in
oh,
Illinois,
wow.
and it was bright, real bright. It wasn't until I made sure to turn back a second time to make sure I wasn't seeing things that the thing didn't show up. It was just a split second. So I decided, like, okay, never mind. I'll just go on
You're
about.
like, I'm just going back in the house.
What? But I already experienced enough weird shit in this life and around this property around my house. So it doesn't really faze me as much as it should compared to the normal person who'll probably be freaked out and not.
Well, just always keep in mind, Andreas, that you live around very ancient, old, dead people. Yes. Just always keep that in mind whenever you leave your house. So don't let anything shock you. Don't be surprised. That's like me. I'm if I wake up in the middle of the night because I feel like somebody's staring at me and I have got a spirit in my house, I don't jump. It doesn't surprise me anymore. I just kind of try to figure out what it wants, where it wants to go, and then point it in the right direction because that's all you can do. I know though, when I was a kid, I used to jump up out of bed and go yell at my mom, "There's some guy in my room." My mom's like, "What?" So yeah, not anymore. I'm so used to it now. Did you figure it out, Abe?
I got a close up of it. That's what I'm trying to do. Get the close up.
Yeah.
Can y'all see me?
No, not yet.
We can't see the picture. But we
Okay,
can
here
see
we
you.
go.
Yeah, we see you. We don't see the picture.
I'm trying to get a close up, but you can see the entities there, man. This is crazy. All right, here we go. We go back to y'all. I'm gonna share this photo. If I have to make it bigger, I'll make it bigger.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it bigger right now in a moment. Okay. I'm gonna get a close up. I could see one on the right there, and like one or two over here to the left, and then the one that's coming out of the center. It's pretty big. So I got a question for y'all. Do you think that if these portals do exist, that they're out there, do you think that's where the missing 401 cases are going? People are disappearing?
Into portals. You know,
Just a
I was
question.
I was thinking about that. Is it the portals, or is there something living there that's dragging them underground? Which could be. Now, I'm not talking about Bigfoot or anything. We all know that there are underground tunnels all over the place. And I believe that in places like dense wooded areas, mountain areas, all of that, I wouldn't be surprised if we don't have them there too. So, but portals would be a good reason. I mean, if somebody just walks and they walk the wrong way, if they're on a trail with people and people look back and the person standing behind them is not there, they could have, stepped wrong and fell into the portal, you know? So I don't think that there's some maniac running around kidnapping these people because there's no fighting, there's no yelling. They're with other people when this happens. So a portal would be a really good guess.
This one might be a close up. I'm trying to take myself out of the equation so I can see it better. But here we go. Let me share it again. There's definitely something in the middle there coming out of
Yeah.
that portal. Let me get to it real quick. Like that is an old photo from Elm Grove when I used to go. When I was in that I would go there. I would go pray. I'll pray and type on rebuke. Fighting the things that are out there because at nighttime they will come and mess with me at my house. So I'll go into their territory during the day and I'll say, "Look, stay out of my territory and I'll stay out of yours." So it's kind of like just going back and forth with them, fighting spiritually. Maybe y'all can see them better there.
They say that sometimes with portals, like it'll look like a mountainside because like it camouflages or it hides. So if somebody was out walking and they put their hand to lean and like fix their shoe or their sock or something, and there was a portal there, they would fall into it, right? And nobody
Well,
would know.
if,
Nobody would know the difference.
I would assume if the person has given up in life and has no relationship with Jesus Christ, but they've given up in life, then it's possible they can be taken through the portal. Because if they're not believing in Jesus Christ, then who are they truly believing in? Not that they believe in something else, but if you're not believing in the Heavenly Father, then these things might have some kind of authority to come after you. You know,
True.
spiritually. So you see the one on the right, and then there's some to the left, and there was one right in the center. You see the head of that one?
Yeah, that one you can't miss.
One of these days I'll go back to that area, but I don't know if I want to go. Not with us, I don't want anything to happen, because either I'm going to run into those things again, or I'm going to run into the thing that I met in that path that was on the ground that was huge.
Well, if you do, definitely make sure your leg is 100% before you go, so you
Yeah,
don't have no pain,
yeah.
and don't go by yourself.
So, do you want me to take a screenshot of just the circle itself, made it big, and make those sides big so you can see what they are? So you can see it better, or can y'all see them there?
I mean, I see it.
I can see
Yeah.
that. I can see the circle you're talking about, and I don't know why. To me, I see like some kind of big bowl in it, almost like a minotaur head, in my opinion. But I could just be adding the details about what on my own.
It looks like whatever that is coming out of there knew that Abe had his camera up and he was coming out to get his picture taken too. It's like, hey,
It's a big
yeah.
one too.
Uh, Let me see. I can work on the photo there.
If anything, I would just like change filters or change the colors or mix around the colors to see which one pops out best. That's what I would do.
That's what I'm doing right now. For the center one. Yeah, that looks freaked out right there. The center one. Because that's kind of like a little bit black in there now.
Yeah.
All right. Let me see what I got here. Make it big one more time.
Neve, if it's draining to look at it, just stop looking at your phone or something and just put it on the side and just listen. No, but I can see what she means though. It feels draining just looking at it.
Okay. Okay, here we go. Let me send this one of the center one. Y'all ready for it? Here we go. A close up. The center one.
Oh. Yeah. Whatever that is, it looks like it's smiling and has big teeth. It even smiled for the camera.
It's huge.
Trying to come out, yeah.
I don't know why, but the top of the head reminds me of a freaking chimpanzee.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not like the typical chimpanzee. Obviously, you can see like the two eye holes, but one looks larger than the other. You can see the like kind of a bald
Well,
head.
if it's coming through the portal, it's going to look disfigured till it gets all the way out, right? I mean, I would think so.
For some, yes, but for others, it might not be the case. So it's really a toss up. I'm just saying what I'm saying.
Yeah. Interesting. Hmm.
I think I have the other one of the other entity. Let me see. I can take a screenshot of that and make it bigger. Well, maybe it's already big enough right there. There we go. You see, y'all can see the one that's standing by the portal on the right side. Here we go. Okay. What do you think that is, Sister Brenda?
Oh my God. Well, looks like it's got the big round on top of the head frog eyes. But what, or that maybe that's just their eyes. Open mouth. What is that?
Ah, man, I don't know what that is. It's got like different things in here. You see this? It looks like a face of a witch or something with a nose.
Yeah.
Looks something with a
A
hat,
little one.
like the
Yeah.
Hat Man. Then you get a face right here. Yeah. But they're all standing right there beside the portal. So now let me do the other side of the portal. 'Cause I see something else there on the left side. This one is going to freak you out, guys. The one on the left side, also. That's the one that's next.
What is that? It's got friends.
Okay, here we go. Let me send this other one from the left side of the portal. There's an image there too. So here we go. Let me send it. All right. Let me share it with y'all. You ready?
Yeah. Oh.
You see it right here?
That literally reminds me of a guy's face.
Yeah.
That one seems the most human looking.
And then there, yeah, this one stands out right here, but it's not human.
Well, to me, it looks human.
What do you think that is, Sister Brenda?
Some kind of a witch, maybe.
Is where is it where you see the human part?
But
Because I
if
don't.
but if you look up, you see two eyes, a
Yeah,
nose, little ears poking out. That looks like something hairy back there. So if that would be with that witch's face, or would it be a man? Kind of does look like a man, though, don't it?
That's why I said to me, like the first one that Abe circled on that picture, that reminds me of an actual human. That's why I said it looks most human to me.
this one here.
Like, yeah,
Yeah.
that one.
The
That one is
eyes is
human.
here.
The eyes is here. The nose is right above the clicker, and you can see like a mustache, a beard, and even the mouth is like it's closed. That one looks most human to me.
The mouth is here.
No, the it's I can see the beard and mustache, and the mouth is right above your clicker a little bit, and you just moved it. Yeah, that's why I said it looks the most human, despite the fact it's not.
You're talking about up here?
No,
No, down where you were.
Yeah, because
no.
what I'm seeing
When
is
you
right here.
okay, that whole space that you're circling now reminds me of a human face, despite the fact it's not.
Yeah,
In my opinion, everything else that's around it isn't human.
yeah.
That just looks human.
That's weird.
Manifestation.
That's Justin says it's only really mocking the human form, and Wano says the same thing. It looks like a human animal mix. In my opinion, I can really see the human part.
Like a.
The animal part, I can understand like where they're coming from a little bit.
You want me to take a
Really,
closer look at it, or y'all can see it pretty good there.
Brenda.
What?
Do you think Abe needs to take a closer
I,
screenshot,
I
or
mean,
is
I
that
can
alright?
see it. It,
But you do see what I mean by that. That entity looks the most human in a sense.
yeah. I mean, it's not human, obviously, but it maybe Justin's right. Maybe it's trying to mock. Maybe it's trying to look like Abe. Maybe it's trying to mock
Hmm.
human. Huh.
Let's take a close look at his face. See what it is.
Abe finds the strangest things when he goes out.
Well, I'm trying to. The bad thing about it is there's color red there, and color red is not good.
Yeah, true.
Well, that sucks because my favorite color is red.
You know what color red stands for? Yeah, color red.
Yeah, you're gonna have to enlighten me. I just think it's just like murder or blood.
Well, color red. When you see red, like a red orb, or it's demonic nature.
Oh, that stuff. Yeah, that's demonic. I meant the color red in general. In terms of the whole spiritual
Yeah, and I'm talking
and
about spiritual here because I was the only one there. There was really nobody physical there, just besides me. So here we go. Take a closer look at it. One more closer look.
Oh, yeah. Eyes. Wow. What is?
so do you, so wait, Brenda, do you see what I meant by that? Like now? Now that you got a
Yeah.
closer look?
Now I can. Well, you said beard. So I was gonna say it looks like
Well,
it's got a big chin, but
Yeah,
yeah.
it's like right behind me now.
Yeah, staring at you. Yeah, I see the eyes, the nose, the mouth. What looks like could be a mustache
That's
and
exactly
a
what I
big
meant.
chin or a beard.
But that nose doesn't look like a human nose.
No,
No, it doesn't.
The face looks kind of like a beastly
it looks a
ma-
little pointed, like where the
manifestation.
eyes are.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I think I'm gonna make a show reel of this one and put it on TikTok. They're probably gonna ban my account if I put it on like in TikTok.
I don't know. I've seen some really strange things on TikTok lately. I don't think yours would be any different. I don't know.
Brothers and sisters, that if my account would have gotten permanently deleted from Facebook, I would have had like 30, 35 videos that I had made that I could probably debunk from Elms Grove when I used to live in Elms Grove, but I lost all that. So all this footage you're seeing is only from one video. When I was going through what I was going through, fighting spiritually,
Yeah.
and there was some of the from different cameras, of course, because there were the batteries would blow up on them, or the lenses would crack, where I had to literally throw the cameras away because of the images that I captured. I captured one with its mouth open, showing me all his teeth. It was a demon, and he was standing right. Imagine you turn on your camera and you're looking like this, and you're recording, and then you see it looking at you, and it's got its mouth open. And then you move and you don't see nothing, but then you go like this again, and you could see it standing in front of you. That's what happened. So I went into prayer, and I started rebuking in Jesus Christ's name. And then I grabbed a shot of the camera, and I just tossed it.
Did you guys hear that?
No, it was me, like a little whistle.
Oh no. I guess the ghetto's blowing up again. I just heard gunshots outside.
Oh wow!
Yeah. They
That's not
think
good.
it's a weekly tradition around here.
So
Apparently.
yes, you're right, sure. Wino. That's why the cryptid community doesn't like spiritual and cryptid encounters, because I'm bringing the spiritual aspect of things, the truth of what's really out there. Because I battle the things out there in Elms Grove. I was fighting for my life. That the only way I overcame all these entities was through Jesus Christ. When you see red like that manifesting, go into prayer, because they're trying to they're trying to attack. And I think one of the things that I had was I was sick. I had the epilepsy and the blood clot on my leg, and I already gotten stabbed by the duende on the Achilles. So
Madeline's
yeah,
cousin.
yeah.
Wait, what?
You said he got stabbed by the duende. I said Madeline's cousin.
Oh yeah. Next time Madeline decides to have a family reunion, maybe we should all meet up with her and go to the reunion.
It would be like, no, I'll get stabbed in the other one.
Somebody says looks like Andrew Tate. LOL.
Andrew Tate. Oh my god.
I'm just sharing with you all. So when I shared these photos, see, I know what pareidolia is. Pareidolia is like in trees, where a tree could have a form of something. I know what pareidolia is. But this is, I know, spiritual, because I use my senses when I go, and I know when I've captured something, because it's around me. It's either speaking a different language, mimicking a sound, but I'm in prayer, protecting my vessel, and I know that I'm going to capture something. So there you go. This is from Elms Grove, brothers and sisters, from the path in Elms Grove.
Yeah, those people that live there can keep it.
The real wino said, I zoomed in more. It looks to change into the head of a dog.
Oh, ow.
Okay, let me take that off. We type and rebuke any unclean spirit, negative attachment from showing this picture. Uh, for you not to be allowed to affect any of the members of spiritual and cryptid encounters. We take authority over you. We type and rebuke you in the name of Jesus Christ. As we pray in our Heavenly Father's name. Amen.
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 So there you go.
Well, you have hit your 2 hour and 10 minute mark.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
And we're just barely getting started.
Right.
So, hello.
So what do you think about that, Andres?
About what the stream? Like the stream's going just fine, or the picture.
Yeah. The picture was crazy, no?
Oh, absolutely. It's crazy.
All right.
Surprised you managed.
Justin says, I see the red eye without a doubt.
I'm gonna mute and run to the restroom, and I'll be right back.
All right.
Well, I'm not gonna run. I'm gonna wheel. I don't run anywhere. I'll be right back.
Yeah, we got that.
Let's see what other picture I got here. Yeah, man. I went through about 10 cameras, cheap phones from Dollar General, because the good phones that I had got messed up. AT&T phones that I had, it got messed up. It cracked. No, whatever entity was out there, it had the power to blow up the batteries, drain the energy of the battery, blow the battery, and crack the lens. I guess it didn't want to be caught on camera, you know.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, the red is not a good sign. That's what I was saying. Be careful when you see the red. It's something negative, unclean spirit.
I understand. Hey, that part I
No, no,
understood
I'm
fine.
answering Justin Springston here. I ran into one that was I'll share the story. I ran into one evening. My dog was barking. Normally, when he's barking, it's because somebody's there. You know, whoever has ever lived in a mobile home park, the mobile homes are not too far away from each other. So I want to go check in the main road to make sure nobody was out there near the vehicle. And as I stepped off the porch, I seen somebody standing. Like I seen an image or somebody right by me that it triggered my senses so fast that I threw a punch. It kicked in my reaction because it was close to me, and I threw a punch. And when I threw the punch, my punch was a direct hit. You know, military trained, direct hit, but my arm went through it. It was a red mass. Imagine somebody with no skin, but red mass. My punch went through it, and when I pulled back, the red mass was looking at me, and then it lunged at me like red mass, like instead of black, like a black unclean spirit, or a red unclean spirit is flying towards me, and it goes as it's going through my abdominal area. I type and rebuke in Jesus Christ's name. And then I seen it just explode like little pieces, but there was nothing on the ground because it's a spirit. When I went inside the house, I feel weird. I feel like my energy gets zapped. When I sat down, my son, because I normally, when I was be around my house, I never wore a shirt, when I was younger. I was in pretty good shape. My son says, Dad, what happened to your back? He took a picture of it, and you could see scratches on my back. And I'm thinking it was from the red mass. So yeah, if you see a red mass, anything red mass, red orb, it's not good. Demonic in nature. How many people have seen red lights in the sky? You know,
Oh, hold up.
and they said that it's a identified flying object.
Yep.
Yeah, I just gathered my proof and share it. I'm sharing it. I have this proof here. We could take it to and if people, you know, that don't understand the spiritual aspect, and I've had an open invitation to take the people to Elms Grove where I've had all my experiences. I'll take them to each location. If they want to do a powwow there and camp out, they're more than welcome. But once the night comes, they better be spiritual ready because it's going to get hot. I'm talking about activity will pick up big time in those areas. But yeah, there's a lot of activity in Elms Grove, um, all around that area. I think it's a territory. Might have, to my understanding of what I was told by this man after I did the show on This Woods Are Haunted season 3 episode 2. He told me that that land was native Indian burial ground, which was where the mobile home park is, the creek, the embark area, the airport, and the golf course. That all that was native Indian burial ground. He said when they were building the airport that they found a graveyard, and it was you could tell it was native Indian burial ground because what they were wearing, like native stuff. They told them they reported it, and they said just to build over it. So they built over it. That's why there's so much activity there. Well, yeah. The reason some people are going to say that, Brother Justin, is because they want to continue to believe how should I say, a lot of the Bigfoot people don't like spiritual and cryptid encounters because I'm showing them what's really out there. The spiritual aspect of it, how these demonic entities can manifest to look like something. They can read your mind. They know your strengths, and they know your weaknesses. So they know how to attack spiritually. If you're hurting and you're missing a loved one, they can take the manifestation of your loved one or even mimic them, mimic their voice, just to see if they can get a reaction of sadness to just to use that as a spiritual opening, or for you to anger, just to use that as a spiritual opening. This beings, they're unclean spirits. They're very devious. What do you think about that, Andres?
Well, of course they're gonna be devious. They're not from the Father.
There's
They're gonna do all sorts of stuff to get over some kind of emotion to gain power. Any negative emotion we give off, anger, sadness, depression, that sort of stuff, or any opening, they're gonna take it. They're freaking they're well, obviously vampires, energy vampires.
yeah, yeah. I got one here. Let me see. I don't know if I can work on this one or not.
I am glad that I muted because you guys would have heard me yelling and cussing. It's real dark in the room where I gotta go to get into the bathroom, and I can't see. Man, I go flying around there, and I smacked one wheel into into the door jamb, and I hit it so hard I almost went flying forward out of my chair.
You're kidding.
No, I am not kidding.
But now, well, that would have been interesting.
I hit that thing with my wheel. My wheelchair said, "Get out of the way, door jam." Oh my gosh.
Here's another crazy one that I captured there in the same location, in those woods. Let me get a close up of it. Maybe you'll be able to see it. You know how I told you about the color red?
Yeah.
Check this out. I'm fixing to send it. It's coming from the same area in Elms Grove. Okay, let me share it. Oops, wrong one. Wait, one. Here we go.
Oh, what is that?
I can do a close up of the face if you want me to.
That's the face up there by the. Yeah.
Yeah, there's the silhouette. It tried to manifest behind me, but you can see the face here, the eyes. Let me see if I can get a closer look at that. I'm gonna
Well,
leave it up. Let me work on this.
well, Edna, if I was careful all the time, what fun would that be?
I gotta agree with her. From what I can, from all the time I've been on here with you and you talking with Abe, you've had more than eventful life
Hey,
these past few decades,
one
Brenda.
day I had put my dog on my chair with me, and of course my chairs are electric, right? And I had the chair on, and it was when I used to smoke, and I had my front door open, and I was smoking out the front door. All of a sudden, my little dog decided he wanted to learn how to drive, and he stepped on that toggle, and bam, right into the side of the front door. And I was live on air when I did it. And all anybody heard me do was this big old crash, and me tell the dog, "You don't know how to drive, dummy."
Do you remember? Hey, wait, hold on. Do you still have that?
What, my little dog?
No, the audio of that
It
happening.
was on one of Glenn's shows when I used to do shows with Glenn a long time ago. So I don't know
Oh,
what he did with them.
I would have loved to
Oh
listen
my!
to that.
And there's been times when like I've been backstage with Andy and different people, and my dog was doing something, and I had raced around the side of my bed, and I bent over to pick him up, and I leaned over too far, and all Andy seen was my butt and my legs go up in the air, and I fell forward out of my chair. Well,
Yeah,
what?
there he is, the entity, dark entity. Well,
Yeah,
how they manifest to blend in with the environment,
yeah. You
but they're
see
still
his
there.
head. You see
Yeah,
his head, and the sides of like what looks like his arms down there, and he does have like green and red over him, doesn't he? Yeah.
Well, it's either that or we're looking at plants.
Or unless he just knows how to dress, and he's wearing a nice little summer dress.
I can do an image of the face, a close up of the face.
Yeah.
Let me focus on the face. See what we can get here.
I'm trying to wait one day, Andreas, when I go fishing, for me to lean down too far to get the fish out the water and fall in. Yeah, I'm waiting for that day. Hasn't happened yet, so we'll see.
My question is exactly what did you catch that forced you to lean so far into like a sturgeon or what?
Oh no, catfish, and you got to grab a hold of them when you pull them up, because if you don't, they flop around so much they can end up breaking their own cord, pulling the water back, getting back in the water. And I don't like to leave them with the hooks in their mouth. That's terrible. And I can't
What's it?
fish off of a pier because there's steps to go down to the piers around here. So I have to go down where the dirt is and fish at the shore. So, yeah.
That would have been a sight to see, though. Maybe you should live stream it.
I know, right? Yes, and my little dog thinks he can do everything. He thinks he can take all mommy's food. He thinks he can drive my wheelchair. He thinks he can tell me when it's time to go to bed. Oh, yeah, he tells me everything. He's the boss, I guess. Cynthia, it's something with a head and some arms, and he looks like he's wearing a party dress. It's got a little bit of green and some pink in there. Trying to blend in.
I'm trying to see if I can get a good image of the face here. But it's hard, Try to capture. Let me see. I don't know how it's going to turn out. If it's going to be small or big, I'm going to have to crop it. Okay, let's see. Look at that. Let's see the face.
What I see that up there, but what is that? Yeah, in the red though. What is the red around it?
Where? Here?
No, up by the face. If you come down, okay, now go down a little bit more, and you see red down there. You know what it looks like? If you look at the side, you see like a ponytail, that little thing that goes up, and with that
Yeah.
red thing on it, looks like a genie. Look at it. Is it a Jen?
I don't know. All I know is it's got eyes.
Yeah.
It looks like it's got eyes. Yeah, it's got something there.
What is that over its head with a long snout and an eyeball and an ear sticking out?
Where up here?
Yeah.
That looks like a freaking like horse or
It's
some
like
kind
a
of wolf.
donkey. It's like a donkey.
I mean, I could take a look at it, a closer look at it. But yeah, this.
I think it's actually fine like that. You can actually see it better, like the outline of it.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, like a lechuza bruja. I don't know. I don't know what that is actually, but I was just sharing it with y'all.
Definitely is strange looking.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, assuming I didn't believe in the supernatural, I would have thought we were looking at something under a freaking microscope.
Yeah.
It's a parasite. Run. Oh.
That's what these things actually are. Freaking
Well,
parasites.
yeah, that's true.
Law Morgan says this looks like a damn zebra. I can't blame him.
Yeah, up on the top. And then I said with the little
Mm-hmm.
ears and the eye and the longer
Yeah.
snout. Yeah, if you look behind it, it's got a bunch of hair. It does kind of look like a zebra. You don't really see the stripes, but it's got this.
Yeah, the straps are
Yeah, it's got
missing.
the head. It looks like its head sitting on top of whatever that head is that we're looking at. Hey,
Yeah.
just like that big thing that was almost sitting on top of Abe's head. Oh,
Yeah, the original photo of that one.
yeah.
My face is right here. This is my face. The side of my face, because it was to the right of me. I think I have the full picture of it,
Well,
where you can see.
when these things kind of start to manifest, you can only imagine what they would end up being when they're fully done formed. Because a lot of these things, you're catching them in met. Okay, Brenda, in the middle of trying to, form into something.
You mean mid shift
Yeah,
or transformation, whatever the heck you want to call it.
yeah, manifestation. So God only knows what they try to come. Now you catch some that are already dead. They're already there. They're already formed. They've done shifted.
All right, let me stop sharing that for right now.
Mr. Cocaine Werewolf. Oh,
So what else I can find for you out here?
uh, yes, Edna. My little Chihuahua. He thinks he's the man of the house. He's not even 2 feet tall, but he thinks he's bulletproof. I swear. He hates my neighbor
Why?
because he always slams his door at 5 o'clock in the morning, and then when he gets back at 6:30 after PT or 7 or 9, whenever he gets done, then he slams it again when he leaves to go back to the military. He throws things up against the wall. He has a very loud stereo that just thumps my wall all the time. My dog hates him.
Okay, those are valid
Yeah,
reasons.
I mean, we'd be sleeping, and at 4:30 in the morning, he's leaving to get onto post, and he will slam his front door. He does not know how to close it. He just slams it and wakes my dog up at 4:30 in the morning. He runs around, starts barking on the bed because he slammed the door. I'm like, oh my God, it's okay. He never gets it.
All right,
Hey,
Nevaeh.
do
Good
you
night.
remember
Film.
the
Rest
do you
well.
remember the
Good
female
night,
that
Cynthia.
you remember the female that pooped in the tumbler?
The what?
The female that pooped in a PRT's tumbler?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I just remembered now.
Okay, check this out.
Oh God.
Check
Why would you even post
I
that?
want one of those tumblers and I can't even
no,
afford them. She
no,
gets them
check this
just to
out.
poop
This
in.
is it's not the tumbler with the poop. Just put it
Oh,
that way.
okay. As long as
Oh
it doesn't
God.
have the poop in it.
So I'm gonna show something to you that I believe that this female uh, has a negative attachment on her, and there was another person that was with her, but I want to show her what was around her. Right? Check this out.
Was this person a redneck?
Maybe.
Well, you know the girl that pooped in the tumbler.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep.
you know who it was, the other guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, me acuerdo. I know who it was.
Check it out. Let me get to the photo. I can't. Let me see if I have to make this bigger. I might have to make it bigger. Oh, there we go. Check out who's behind her here.
What is? Oh my God!
Is this a different photo? Because you showed one like this, but you only got like part of the face.
No,
This picture.
she's down there. I got the original photo, but check that out there, man. What is that?
That's just. I can see the long ass
It
nose
was
and
to
the
say it
hair.
looks kind of like a totem pole with a face and
Oh
hair.
no,
Yeah, it
it's a
does.
face right here, right
Yeah,
behind her.
yeah.
Look at the
Yes,
long nose, man. Check,
I literally just said that.
check it out.
Oh,
I don't know why, but that thing looks like it has a long ass neck.
oh.
What do you think that is?
I know this is gonna sound ridiculous, but it's like part ostrich.
Well, the face looks distorted.
Oh yeah, the face looks distorted. You can see like one part of the face, the eyes and the mouth is darkened, and the other side it's more owl-like in a sense. To me, anyway.
Does kind of seem owlish. At first glance, if I were to just look over it, I would say, "Oh my God, that's a reptilian." But then now sitting here looking at it, yeah, it's got a very long beakish nose. Oh my gosh. And that was behind her, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Let me take a closer look at that image, and I'm gonna at the face itself, and I'm gonna give it some color.
Oh, if we got any. Sorry, you were saying.
You know, I'm gonna give it some color, see if I can make it stand out more.
It's ugly.
Oh yeah, it's ugly as hell.
I'm not sure if you guys know this comic book character. He uh I was about to point out. Do you guys know the comic book character from DC called Two Face?
Yeah,
Um,
Harvey Dent.
yeah.
oh yeah,
That's what it kind of reminds me of. Like the side of the face looks like the whole like the eyes popping out, and the mouth is like kind of messed up, but on the other side of the face, it looks more formed correctly.
right.
But you do see what I mean by that,
Yeah.
right? Well, hello, Chatter King. Looks like we got a new guy here.
Oh,
Let me send you this one. I took some of the color out. Okay, here we go. I know. So it gets a closer look at the face.
yeah. One's better formed, and the other side is kind of combobulated.
So
That's what I mean.
I'm beginning to wonder. I wonder if it's something following or somebody that might have been in an accident, like a spirit.
Maybe it's the poop
Or-
spirit and told her to poop in the cup.
What do you think? Does it look like somebody was in an accident or somebody died?
Like I can see why. One side of the face looks more messed up than the other, so I automatically think like a crash or like the car caught fire.
Yeah.
yeah. Mm,
I just wanted to share that with you.
that's
Not unless
interesting.
he, not unless he pooped on his face.
Yeah.
Oh, I think this guy would prefer the fire than the ship.
that is
Yeah.
horrible that she did that. Unbelievable. How childish. Grown adults.
Yeah, high school ass drama, but in adult form.
I know.
Isn't the guy over 50?
You would think. Yeah, I think so.
Good night, Sister Cynthia. Somebody said, "Oh, wow, that's deformed."
Yeah.
It could be a spirit of somebody
Not really.
that that's passed away, and the spirit is just looking at them because it's there. Whatever location this was at.
Well, you know,
Somebody,
sometimes if
yeah.
people are doing bad things, like an opening that causes things to follow them around, probably. You know, it might be what it is.
All right, let me take that off. I just wanted to share it with y'all because he looks freaked out, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, it looks freaked out. You can see the eye really popping, but the other side eye it just looks black.
yeah.
What do you call those things that have? No, if he died or whatever, he's it's like trapped, a fragmented soul. I think that's what I'm trying to get to. If it's something like that, but I'm thinking it's something else.
Well, I mean,
I wonder what the background of, because there was another person standing by her, and that person already know who that was the guy with the sword, right? So
yeah.
what am I saying? What if this person or spirit that's behind them is somebody that got hit by the sword in the face?
Ooh, you know. So you think maybe the sword that he has had that attachment?
Well, that maybe he took somebody out with a sword or and uh, deformed the face with a sword. Now the spirit of the person he took out is following him.
Yeah, that could happen.
That's possible.
This my opinion, because the person that's standing beside her already know who it is. It's the guy with the sword that sees saber-tooth tigers. So there could be somebody a spirit of somebody he
Well,
murdered.
and then Wayno says that it could be two entities trapped in the same spirit. You know.
The question is, yeah, it's possible too, but I'm just because the other person that's there, there was another entity too. There was not just that entity. There was another entity in the background also. And if you want me to share it, I can share it with you, but I need to look for it again. There was another entity.
Yeah, yeah, and the other entity looked actually better than this guy did. That's for sure.
Let me see if I can find the other entity because I don't even know how I found this one.
That's a good thing you found it anyway.
Andreas was giggling. Oh yeah, I remember that now.
Yeah, it was because it took me a minute. It's been a while. Like I know I was going, and when you mentioned Tumblr, I don't know why, but my brain went to the freaking Batman car Tumblr because that has the same freaking name. And I was wondering why you brought it up until Abe mentioned the whole, you know, going in the freaking cup, and that's when I remembered. I'm like, oh god, now I
Well,
remember.
can we call her the Tumblr Bandit?
Blur Bandit.
Maybe she used to work at Dairy Queen.
Hey, I will give her this. At least she's got good aim. Just horrible.
Actually, I wouldn't even give her good aim because she had a little help from the other
No.
dude.
Oh my
Don't
god.
forget that.
She had somebody help her do that. How nasty. What?
Like, oh god, like, do you have to make a point that you're so darn off? You are literally digging yourself deeper.
Oh
And apparently,
god.
apparently, instead of hitting gold, you hit shit.
And who does, those things are not cheap. So you mean to tell me
No, they're
somebody
not.
bought one of those just to crap in it?
That's not the only thing they bought. Apparently, this is something that I saw on P13 News. Apparently, the redneck bought some other merchandise just to burn the shit out of it.
Just to burn it?
Apparently.
Oh boy. What a bunch of retarded people.
So not only are they wasting their own money, sure, like the stuff
Well, you know, he
that
didn't spend
P13
nothing for it
makes.
because Brother John just trying to bless him with it. So,
Well,
you know,
maybe, yeah, there is that.
Well, that would suck if Josh did that out of goodwill.
Yeah.
And what sucks is that's probably
I'll
true.
tell you what, I love my hoodie. I love it. Because
I'm fine with my hoodie. Like I love my hoodie. I accidentally got mine in the wrong color though, but that was my fault. I typed it in
mine's
wrong.
pink.
Yeah, I know. I saw you wear it on the
Yeah.
freaking on your live. And you looked comfortable wearing it.
Oh, it is nice. And because I keep my house cold, so a lot of times I'll get cold and I have to put a hoodie on or something. So yeah, that one's nice and big, and oh, I love it. I just roll around in it.
when it comes down to this, folks, can we say poop? There it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oop, there it is.
Instead of whoop, there it is. It's poop. There it is.
God, that girl has.
Now I gotta save up.
She
Oops.
definitely.
You're saying?
He's like, poops. Did I do that?
What'd you say, Andres?
I was about to say I need to save up some money to buy myself an actual tumbler that they sell on the one merchandise site.
Yeah, I like their tumblers that they have too. I want one of those. I need to get me one of those. Because I have a big pink tumbler, but that one is only for cold because it comes with its own straw that's built in to the lid. But I want one for coffee. So, yeah, I would like one for coffee. But we'll
Okay,
see
here you
how
go.
my life goes.
Here's the other images that I captured. There's people they don't pay attention to what's going around the spirit, but here we go. Sister Anna Wilson, Brother Abe. Poops, did I do that? Poopsie, oopsie.
Poopsie. That should be her name. Poopsie. Can we call her Poopsie?
We're gonna call her Poopsie oopsie.
Poopsie oopsie.
Poopsie, I did it again. Oh my God.
Oh God, I just stabbed
Can-
myself
can
in
we-
the finger.
Can we call her Two Shits Jenny?
I've got to.
Don't get her pissed off. She'll come shit in your boots and your shoes and sick. She's sick.
I'm having a day today. I was sitting here taking my shot because, well, I need to take one. And Abe's making me laugh, and I got a hold of the bottom of my belly, and I go to aim, and I stuck my finger again. Woo! That felt good. God, I'm a disaster tonight. I don't even know what's going on. Running into walls, sticking my finger.
Check out these entities that are around them in the parking lot that didn't even see them
Oh,
because they're too busy shitting in tumblers.
yeah.
Oh, me acuerdo.
Well, you know, poop is pestilence. So
Yep.
if they're doing that, they're bringing it to themselves, right? So here we go. Let me share the screen. I want you to pay attention to these photos that I'm about to share. There it is. What do you see, Andres? What do you see, Sister Brenda?
I see a bunch of dark things crawling around on the back of that truck.
Yeah, you do. And one of them looks like it has a wolf head.
And there's one down on the side of that truck too.
Yes.
It's got white stuff on it. Are you sure that Cocaine Werewolf didn't get loose?
I'm just saying that I captured it. It's not even my photo. That I pay attention to things that are around in the spirit, and I see two entities here. That Mister, if I ever see a dog, man, I'm gonna kill it. Well, there was two of them outside where you're taking a photo up.
Yeah.
So how are you
Double.
gonna kill? How are you gonna kill something you can't see, Mister Tales from the Crypt?
I see it. I see that one standing up there. It looks like a wolf. And if you look down
Right
by the
here,
truck door, there's another one down there.
uno here and uno here.
Abe, we can't see your clicker.
Yeah, I see him.
Oh, you can't see the clicker.
We can't see the clicker, but we can see the picture.
Okay, let me see if we can do a close up of. I think there might have the close up of the big one. There it is.
Yeah.
And you notice there's like some kind of black entity up here too.
You know, I was wondering if there was something flying by or
I was thinking it was some kind of black smoke.
Yeah, unclean spirit.
Like-
That's what it
like-
is.
Yeah.
I'm just showing this as evidence. Unclean spirit. There's something here also.
You know,
I just don't know if that's from the truck.
you need to
or
outline
the
that.
eyes, or the
You-
eyes or something looking.
You need to outline that, and you need to send it back to him and tell him, "There goes your entities. Go get them."
But you
Yeah.
see, this is an unclean spirit entity up here. It's in smoke
Yeah.
form.
Yeah.
So what are they really doing over there, landing between the butt cheeks? That's what I want to know. Well, I don't want to know.
They're
We already
doing
know
that.
what's
They're
going on.
landing between the butt cheeks. That's what they're doing.
I wouldn't say
It's
landing. I'm saying they're opening.
Yeah.
There's several here, man. Several. 1, 2, 3, and this unclean spirit up here in the
Wayno,
air.
Wayno says that it's death walking his pet werewolves. Probably with that guy's breath. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say that out loud again? Gotta stop that.
Well, I'm just showing you what I see, and that's what I see a lot of, and
Yeah.
it's around these people. So what is that telling you?
That they're not good people. I mean,
And
you
they're
got
not
dark,
as. I'm sorry, keep going.
yeah, you got dark entities hanging around you. You're not a good person. I mean,
But the fact they say that they're this good, amazing investigators in terms of phenomena, and they can't even tell these things are this close to them. What what does that make you? Like, if you're going to investigate something, you have to investigate everything, but you also have to make sure you stay humble because you don't know what's real and what's not. And in this field, you got to take everything into
well,
consideration.
not only that, but I think that people that go and investigate hauntings and investigate stuff like this, they got to be at least have some kind of a spiritual ascension type. You've got to be sensitive to this stuff. Like if Abe were to walk up on that truck and not see a doggone thing, he could feel that there's nothing but bad right around there. Okay? I could feel that. And you have to have that. I think the only thing that guy can feel is the pain in his mouth because his teeth are so bad. But he sure can't feel these things.
And the only thing he can smell is his armpits because he didn't use an underarm deodorant.
I don't know how somebody
I'm
could
just
live
saying,
like
man.
that. I don't know how they could live like that. That's just
I'm-
bad.
And that's crazy. I'm showing them their own proof through their own picture that there's
Yeah.
things around in the spiritual realm around them.
Yeah.
There was that many outside in the parking lot, and he's got these two swords. He said, "If I ever see a dog, man, or I'm gonna kill it. Well, they were out there waiting for you. How come you didn't do nothing?
I don't even think if it was in a physical form, I don't even think he could chase it. That thing would swipe at him once and cut him in 4 different in pieces,
Hmm.
and he wouldn't even be able to breathe. You know,
That'd
he
be a
couldn't
frick.
take a breath.
That'd be a freaking miracle if he can even register what happens before, and if it doesn't, it's because this thing is showing someone some mercy and just taking its sweet time with him.
Yep.
Because that's what
So
these things do. They want you to
so
be scared.
because he says it goes to the LBO, right?
Supposedly.
Well, there you go. This is evidence. And what happens if you go into an environment you're not afraid of? The negative attachments stay with you. They're attached to you. So here's proof of what's in the LBO, which is not really something that's in the flesh, but it's more like what I speak about, the DDN, disembodied demonic Nephilim, that they're in spirit form. That's what he's encountering. That's what's out there. And he's got the negative attachments on him. That's most likely how I wound up sick. You know?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just showing this, submitted this. I said, well, why not show it? I mean, God, it's on my phone. That one is creepy, the one with the eyes that are shining right there. You see that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can see it.
Yeah. I was just sharing this. Let me take it off.
Poopsie, poopsie. Oh. Oh, oopsie poopsie. Edna liked that one. Oopsie poopsie.
Oopsie. Oopsie poopsie. I gotta use a tumbler.
Well, but here's the thing. I've always said this because anytime I've been in Oklahoma, I'm here to tell you those people are they're special. I think they're all inbreed. And by pooping in a tumbler cup is showing how smart they are out there. I mean, who does this? Even people that go hunting, they crap in the woods. They don't use a cup that's $50 to poop in, okay? I'm just saying.
We're about to hit the 3 hour marker, folks.
Oh my
How many
Yep.
gosh.
years? You got 22.
We've been on here for 3 hours. Holy
I
crap.
can share one more. I can look for one more photo, or we could call it a night. We had a successful live here tonight at Spiritual and Cryptid Encounters
Yeah, it was fun.
with Sister Brenda, Andres. Now, I'm just showing
Yep.
that I have evidence. I can see people's photos, and I know when there's something there, and I know when somebody's trying to play people. Especially when people pixelate the hell out of something, and then they draw with a pencil and put like a little stick figure, like there's something there.
Stick figure. You know what? If I
Like somebody who
ever,
smells like butter.
yeah, if I ever was looking at somebody's proof of photos and they showed a pixelated thing with a stick figure in it, I would never be able to take them serious ever again.
There, believe it or not, Sister Brenda, there is groups, and I'm not going to say who's affiliated with the group because I don't want nobody throwing no heat my way, but yeah, there's a group like that. They put stick figures. They pixelate the hell out of a leaf or stick on the ground, and they draw a picture. They make a whole little freaking cartoon out of it.
Wow. Yeah, I
Yeah,
wouldn't know
like
what to do.
you draw a little elf or a little troll or something, a little fairy with wings with a pencil and saying that there's something there.
And you know what? When they do that, we can tell Maddie to go up there because she can say, that is not my duende cousin. That is a lie. That is not what they look like.
You take it easy there, real wino.
Good night, Wayno.
Good night, Bueno. Take care, man.
Oh my goodness. Well, I am going to go ahead and get off of here and jump down so you can get ready to wrap it up.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But all right. Well, good night, Andreas. Good night, Abe. God bless you guys.
Good night. Good night.
Good
Thank
night,
you
Brenda.
for
Take
being
care.
on here. God bless.
Yeah. Thank you. It's been fun.
Yep. All right, David. I'm gonna go out too, so you can log off for the night.
Alrighty, brother.
Thank you for letting
Well,
me on the panel and all
no
that.
problem.
May the Heavenly Father watch over us all and defend us from the
Amen.
enemy. I'll be in the chat until you log off, man.
Okay, brother. God bless you. How you doing, Jake? From Chicago. Yeah, my uncle used to live in Joliet, Illinois. Was right there by Chicago, Joliet, Illinois. Chicago, Joliet. It's all in the same area, I guess. Never been really into, but my cousins lived over there in Chicago or Illinois. I think I have a cousin that's a truck driver, so he travels everywhere. But I hope y'all didn't like the show tonight. I could share another picture or some more pictures if you like, or I just can call it a night. Wrap it up. I think I have a picture here that I wanted to share that looks like it's something. I can share one more picture if you like. That it seems like it's something there. I just can't tell what it is. I'm gonna share it with y'all. Check this out. Why not? One more picture I can share with y'all of things that I've encountered in Elms Grove. Check out this photo that I'm going to share with y'all. One more before we go. We'll call it a night here in Spiritual and Cryptid Encounter. One for the road. So this is the last one that I'm going to show for, and then I'm going to call it a night. Check this photo out that I'm going to share with y'all. Here we go. Okay, this is in Elms Grove. And it seems like there's something, I believe it's I think it's Elms Grove, if I'm correct, where I took this photo. Let me see something here. Oops. I'm not even sharing the screen. Here we go. This is from Elms Grove, I think. Let me see if it's from Elms Grove or not. Looks like Elms Grove. I'm not sure. But there's something there in the center of the picture. So I'm going to do a close-up of it. So here we go. This is, I don't know if you can see the cursor, but there's something here. So we'll do a close look at it. Oh, there we go. There's definitely something there blending in within the I guess the tree line. It looks like a face of something here, showing possible teeth. Let me take a closer look. There you go. So we're gonna call. I'm just gonna let y'all look at it for a little bit here. You know how I say that this DDN, this embodied demonic Nephilim, when they manifest to look beastly. They manifest to look beastly for the fear factor. You know, if it's kind of like the watchers, right? They will watch. Well, the DDN, that's what they do. They manifest and they watch. That you don't even know that they're looking at you because they're in spirit form. But luckily, the equipment when you're recording captures them. So yeah, that one's literally showing its teeth, and I guess it's not happy that I'm there in the area. I could sense something. That's why I angled the camera in that location to be able to capture, because I could sense something there. You know, using my spiritual gifts of discernment, I could sense something there. So that's what I captured. It's not. It's like sometimes you can't see them with the naked eye, but you can see them if you were able to capture them in a recording or take a picture of wherever you're sensing something or hearing something. So that's the last photo I'm going to share here tonight of Spiritual Encrypted Encounters. I mean, tell me what y'all think. It's one of those things that is there something there or is there nothing there? What could that possibly be? So I'm going to leave that just to let you know that be careful of your surroundings because you might never know what could be around you, especially when you're going to investigation. So I'll go to the original one here. There we go. You know what you're going to run into out there when you're doing an investigation, but be spiritual ready. You got to remember that this, you might not be able to see the full figure, but since they're in spirit, the rest of his manifestation could be in the ground because they used the elements to go in and out of a reality. So it could be a lot bigger than that, but the rest of the spiritual manifestation or spiritual body is in the ground. So you just got to be careful when you're out there doing your investigations, brothers and sisters. Yeah. Yeah, there's something there. That's what I was sharing it with y'all. I'll share one more time. A close look at it. There we go. You got to remember that they're unclean spirits. So they're able to go through objects, through trees, into the ground, come out of the ground. You ever walking sometimes and you feel like somebody grabs you in the ankles that it slows down your momentum? Or have you ever walking and it feels like you feel weight on top of your shoulders and all of a sudden you're walking slower because it feels like you're carrying something? This is what those spirits do. They try to attach themselves to you, to try to not just drain your energy, but try to cause, how should I say, harm to you. That's what they do. So I just wanted to share this photo before I go. Maybe I'll work on it more next time to see maybe a close up of it to see what's really there. But here we go. In saying that, brothers and sisters, I want to thank Sister Brenda, Brother Andres for jumping on. I hope you all like the show here tonight. Again, I was my 10-year Heavenly Law Foundation. Stay prayed up. You have a spiritual experience or something happened to you. Remember, you're not alone. Don't be afraid. Give the power of belief or fear. Pray against it. You have to say the deliverance prayer of the Our Father, or take authority over it in Jesus Christ's name. Tie by the brick in the name of Jesus Christ. Don't let those things that are around us, don't give them power, because that's what they want. Don't give them power, because we're stronger spiritually than them. We have the opportunity to make it into the kingdom of heaven. They don't, because it wasn't created by the Heavenly Father. They're not children of the light like we are. Saying that, brothers and sisters, this is Brother Abe Cias signing off from Spiritual Encrypted Encounters. Sarah Cias signing off. Good night, everybody. God bless y'all. Love, light, and blessings to you and your families. Peace out, everybody. Good night, and God bless y'all.